Good evening, everybody. This is Encounters, the late night spiritual UFO talk show with your hostess, CmdrAleon. Glad to have you all with us. And we hope you're having a great night wherever you are. Marietta, Sarscase, Nicole, I think it is, everybody, Loretta. We are on the air. Yes, indeed. Lupita, everybody out there, welcome. We had a great show last night. We're going to have another great show tonight. Loretta, welcome. Everybody out there, welcome to the show. And I am your host, CmdrAleon. Good to have you with us all in one and all, so to speak. And we're just going to make sure that we invite a few people. Always, always, always good. And it's just really nice to have everybody here. So welcome on board. All right. Oops. Sparkles Taylor, welcome. Anina 828, thank you for joining us. Everybody coming in. Hey, bird lover. Diane, good to see you. And I am CmdrAleon. If you're just new to the show, welcome. We're on here usually nightly. We might take a night off once in a while. Bonnie Ellis, good to see you. Just to give people a background, hey, we are a contactee from the 1960s. I'm also with the Ashtar Command. I'm also able, in my Ashtar Command abilities, to take out implants remotely, which I did last night again, that have been put in by lower vibrational ETs. I'm also a talk show host at WESUFM.org, NPR Pacific Radio, for 21 years. And that is a great station. Right now they're doing their fall fundraiser, I think. And support it. They have everything from Grateful Dead music to jazz, reggae, Americana. It's just a great station. And then, of course, my show, which has been there for 21 years. We get into all the different things here regarding the latest UFO sighting reports. People share their video footage. I've been getting a lot of messages of people wanting to send me photos of documented stuff they're taking pictures of in the sky. A lot of stuff going on. I appreciate it. I'm trying to go through all the videos and photos, and I am looking at them. I would actually say we get into a lot of things, including the truth about disclosure. We're here to bust the matrix, and we do. And we're just here to tell you the truth, and that's what we do. And we don't channel anything. We're not sitting around, channeling some space person out there. We don't do that. We give you real information here, and that's the way it should be. Hey, Sharon, good to see you. Vonnie Hudson, thank you for the share. We appreciate it. Thank you, everybody who's coming in here. We appreciate everybody that is here. So welcome to the show. If you're out there, wherever you may be, good to have you with us. We're just making sure we invite a few people here. And I'm just doing this randomly. I'm just sending the invites out. And we'll be getting to interviews in a little bit. We'll definitely get there. We're just, right now, just got on here. We had to get some new cider, so we got another new half a gallon of apple cider. Gotta have the good apple cider. Hey, Chesno, good to see you. Hey, Chesno, I hope you got some apple cider this season. Chesno and I are in the same state. And Chesno's a good person, a good friend, a good brother, and part of our group of 5. Good to see you, brother. Chesno is also one of my moderators, I believe. Actually, Chesno, you're now a moderator. I was able to add you as a moderator. Let me make sure that happened. Yeah. You are now a moderator, Chesno. Remember I tried a long time ago to make you moderator? You are now a moderator. Cool beans. All right. Very cool. Hey, I think it's Omiak, maybe. Good to see you. They're saying it's 3:30 a.m. where they are. I think that's what that means. Good to have you all here, brothers and sisters, wherever you're in the world. We're going to get into it. I'm going to be showing a few videos tonight. And of course, I'm not going to play any music. I think that's what got me in a mess with TikTok a few nights ago, and I peeled it, and I think I strained it out. So we're just going to show you the video and narrate the videos later on. I'm going to show you a few videos. There's a lot of stuff that's going on out there, and people even on here on TikTok who are watching my show have been sending me video footage, and eventually I will share some of that footage and narrate it a little bit. Mike Masters, good to see you. Marinette, one of my other moderators, welcome. Yes, that's true. We're always for educational purposes only. If that's what it takes to be able to tell the truth, there you go. I have so many questions. I was visited by something and have no way of making sense of it. Oh man, I gotta hear that story. When we get interviews, you're gonna be my first interview. Do not go anywhere. Hear me out though. It says hear me out though, and I'm gonna follow you. Hear me out though. You need to change your setting. Change your setting to public. Go out of your TikTok. Reset your setting to public. Right now, I'm going to have you on as my first guest. But you have enough followers. You have 76 followers for audio. Reset your setting, and I'll have you on. I want to hear your story. The other thing I want to get into as we're getting into things tonight, and if you know me, I watch very, very little TV. I don't really. Matter of fact, when I get on my iPod, my iPad, I don't look at I don't even look at websites. I mean, that's how disciplined I am. But I do look at video footage. I look at a lot of what I consider spaceship footage, good spaceship footage. I look at the emails I get with footage people are sending me to analyze it. So I get into all those things. I think it's really important. I've spent years, when I did TV and when the VHS was the thing to do when I was on my TV show, we spent time looking at video and stuff and producing video. And things come a long way now. So, this kind of technology. But Susan Murray, good to see you. And everybody coming in here, let's please share and like. We want to get to 100,000 likes by 1 a.m. Can we do it? Hey, Greg, good to see you, brother. Good evening. Jay Baby, thank you for the follow. Freddie, welcome to the show. Camp Sparkles, hey, brother, good to see you always. Plastic Carrot, thank you for the follow. I believe I got that right. Hopefully I got it right. Hey, Dubaloo, good to see you, Dubaloo. Thank you for the heart me. And definitely feel free to gift me if you have TikTok coins. I don't mention it enough, but it does help know that I have that support of the hundreds of people over the world who, or if you're able to, if you don't have any TikTok coins, don't worry about it. But if you do, take those rusty, dusted TikTok coins and you start using them. Thank you for the tapping, everybody. Please tap. As you tap, you see the 13.9 on the top right corner. So those little hearts that are coming up are from people tapping on the screen. So you have to actually tap on the screen, which will actually facilitate giving me those numbers. So everybody tap, because we don't want certain people losing their fingers from tapping so much and no one else is tapping. We need to get everybody tapping communally, collectively, however you want to call it. Just start tapping the screen. Please do that. All right. All right. Let's see here. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Loretta, for the gift. You tap with your mind. That's pretty good. Hey, Pedro, if you can tap with your mind, brother, you can save your hand the work. They said let your hands do the walking. Your mind is doing the talking. There you go. Miss Barb, good to see you. Welcome. It doesn't cost green to tap your screen. That's right. Yeah, it's a good one, Dubaloo. Mama, thank you for joining, Mama. Lily, Mr. Rick-ish. Rose Marie, welcome. Let's see here. Let's see. Bull Vine something. Where RV USA? All these people, welcome to the show. Cleo, it's our top left. Yes, it's on your top. Well, it's on your top left. Yeah. KBPG, welcome. Everybody and anybody out there in the world, welcome. That's all I can tell you. And it's early yet, so we normally We only have a lot of people. We had like hovering between 490, 480 to 500 last night, which is about regular. The apple cider is good tonight, Mad Genius. As a matter of fact, I only bought a half a gallon because I want to buy a big gallon over the weekend. Kit Kat, good to see you, sister. Oh, thank you for those sunglasses thingies, whatever they are. I was able to see really good with them. Hey, Anita, Lupita brought you here. Welcome. Welcome to the number one spiritual talk show on social media. What happens here is the most amazing night you'll ever have for 2 hours. Dubaloo, thank you for that. Tar. Okay, thank you. Just good to see everybody here. To be on the show for an interview, you have to have over 50 followers for the most part. I can't even keep up with TikTok's rules about how many followers you have to go live. But we're going to get into some stuff tonight. Thank you, Bonnie. You know, when you're in this line of work, which is busting the matrix, you have to have a sense of humor. That's why the trolls can never get me upset, because I can just knock them right out. My moderators can knock them out. They think they're getting under my skin. They can't even get into my skin, the trolls. That's a beautiful part of things. Is I'm the host of the show, right? Feels good to be the host of the show. You know? Those people on TV that host their own shows on these big networks, I don't need a big network. I host my own show here with some great moderators. So I don't need to do anything except talk. Now, if I didn't talk the whole time, that would be interesting, right? I was abducted at 4. I think it's Champy. Champy, we'll have to have you on. I'm going to go with, Miss Barb, you have 1,300 followers. You're good. I'm going backwards to the person that needed to switch their setting. Let me see if I can go backwards and find them, because they had something happen. Let's see here. I'm going back. We're going to find out. Let's see. Hello, Commander. Let's see. Is that it? There's a person here. Oh, Leona Tree. Let me see. I'm so random here. I'm going to see if I can get a hear me out. Let's see here. Whoops. I'm bringing out hear me out. That was the first person. I'm bringing that person up. Hear me out. I just sent you a request to come on live. You have to be over 18. Just let people know, over 18. Not pretending to be over 18. You have to be over 18. No kids on the show. No vaping on the show. No smoking on the screen. No drugs on the screen. No drunks on the screen. No paranormal discussion. No politics, and no religion, and no trolls. So let me see if I can hear me out. I just sent you a request. Hear me out. Where are you? Hear me out. I can start singing. Hear me out. I just sent you a request. I'm going to send it to you again. Just actually press the accept thing when it pops up. I think I've got them. Oh, there we go. My first guest of the night. I'm so excited. Hear me out.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me out?
I can. How are you? Yes, I can hear you out. That's a great name. It's like an unusual name. That's great. What is your first name?
Meg.
Meg, nice to talk to you. Whereabouts are you located?
Well, New England, actually, in New Hampshire.
New Hampshire. Okay, we're friends. I used to be in New Hampshire in Franconia Notch back in the late 70s.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, up there. Yeah, we had some weird stuff happen up there. So tell us about what's going on in terms of in relation to all this stuff we talk about. Tell people a little bit about your story.
Okay. I really was just scrolling by and I saw your background, right? So I was like, okay. But I don't really know what this falls into. So I'll
know in a minute once you tell me.
Yeah, okay. So I'll just get into it. So I was sleeping one night, right? I was pregnant. This was during COVID, and I'd actually fallen asleep on my sister's couch. I woke up, and there was just like this very large something standing
Mm-hmm.
next to me, looking
Mm-hmm.
down at me. Um, I like I don't want to say alien, right? Because I'm like, I actually don't know. And I got the
Yeah.
sense after the fact that it was kind of like human-y, but not, I don't know.
I'll, I'll know in a minute. I'll know in a few minutes. Go ahead.
Okay. And they had on almost like armor and a helmet, and I could not see their face. And it was almost as if I caught them watching me. And we sort of
Mm-hmm.
had a moment of recognition, and I'm awake and I'm just staring. And it's almost, it goes past the point of like, okay, if this was groggy and they would have disappeared, and I'm still, okay, you're still here. Um, but I wasn't scared, and they kind of made me feel that way. They were like, "Oh, sorry, like don't be scared," but they didn't say anything either. It was like just this
Mm-hmm.
feeling that they
Mm-hmm.
were giving me. And I just decided, I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna help you out." I decided to close my
Hmm.
eyes, and I counted to 20 seconds
Yeah.
to get to let them go.
Yeah.
And then I opened my eyes, and they were gone. And then I got
Interesting.
up off the couch, and I like took off to another bedroom where my child had fallen, my other kid had fallen asleep, and I just went back. I like went back to bed.
Interesting. Give me 1 second here. Let's see. So as I listened to that story, so they had a helmet on, and what in your human mind was armor, correct?
Yeah, like a spacesuit, I
Interesting.
guess. But it was
Yes.
like a travel suit, I guess, if you will. And
Yes.
then what I don't remember from that actual encounter, we'll say, but it was like almost imparted on me after. And I know like I'm just like a regular person. I'm just like a mom. I live in New Hampshire. I just,
Right.
just kind of
You
chilling.
have your kids. Yeah.
Yeah, I got my kids. And it was like this vision had been imparted on me after, which is kind of why I have
Yeah.
the sense that they were like human, right? So
Yes.
I almost remember this more than I remember the actual physical being, but it's like now
Mm-hmm.
it's like this vision that was shared with me kind of takes over, and it's this man's face, and it's almost
Yes.
like he's looking through a portal, but he's wearing that
Yeah.
suit, but he's not wearing the helmet anymore.
Oh,
And
wow.
he's like handsome, human, brown hair, chiseled like face, like angular, and I
Yeah.
also got the sense that he knew me, but I did not know him.
Wow. Wow. I'm getting a lot of information from you. No, Alpha Moon, they weren't gray, they were human. So I just responded to somebody. So
Hmm.
I get very, very, I believe definitely, well, not what I believe. So you're new to the show. So let me give some background so I can answer your question. I'm not from this place. I'm actually from off planet. I came here as a starseed. I don't know if you know what a starseed is, but
Okay, I actually just listened to something. I This happened 4 years ago, and something weird. Like I made a connection just the other day, and so I was pregnant, right at the time, and right, a part of me wondered if this was like someone that was related to me, or from a different universe, from a different place.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Like it's this feeling I get. So this like vision showed this person, and they were running on a different world,
mm-hmm,
looking at me to almost be like, this is who I am, but I'm not from there.
mm-hmm.
Um, and again, no words, just like this shared thing. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like there's either like, and right, I say that they knew, I got the sense that they knew me, but I didn't know them. So either like
Right.
I don't remember a connection, or they're from further
Yeah.
down in a line or somewhere else, or from like something
Would
else.
would you like to know about them?
Yeah.
I already know. Just from your talking. So let me give you some background here. I'm not from this planet. I come from the Astro Command. I'm a talk show host on radio for 21 years. I've been involved. I've had contact when I was a kid with star people that were in light blue outfits. So let me just so this way you can understand what I do and how I can help you. So what I'm getting from your story is you were visited by a space person. I'm just trying to put all the puzzle together here as we're talking to each other.
Mhm.
And there's a relationship. You were visited by a space person in actually a spacesuit. And everybody, when they come from other places, whatever their spacesuit they're wearing is could be different from the next person's spacesuit. They were visiting you, and you're saying, you know, and as you talk about your story, there's a relationship there. And as one person in my audience, actually, I think was right on. I think there's a family connection
Mhm.
to another planetary system, and they were kind of visiting you, and they didn't think you were gonna like wake up and see them,
Totally.
but I think that they were visiting you to check up on you. They're kind of tall. How tall were they?
Oh gosh, taller than like a human. So
Yes.
my husband's like 6 feet, and they were
Yes.
certainly taller than that.
Would you say about 7.5 to 8 feet tall?
I would say that. I wouldn't, I've like told one other person this and I said 7 feet tall.
Okay. So that is, I mean, I can't believe I'm saying this. Um, and again, I read energy really quickly about your story. I believe it's a relationship that you have to another planetary system of light, and that's one of your family members that was visiting you. I think you have parents from another world on it that this one visited you. I believe you can make contact with them again. I believe that you can actually communicate with them.
I've actually like, I don't know what just happened recently where it's like just new things are like, I feel like things are piecing together that like I just couldn't make sense of before, right? Like that they, well, maybe, I don't know. I guess I kind of felt something questionable about them, but I felt more and more like that they were a familial connection in like the last month. And this was 4 years ago. And I like just have never stopped thinking about it. Um, yeah, so that does, I feel like that's how it feels.
You got to go
Um,
with and you know what? Your feelings are the truth, not what you think, what you feel. See, a lot of people on the earth here, humans, they think too much. You went right to how you felt. You didn't go to what you thought. If you were thinking about it, you'd be thinking forever. You went right to
mhm.
the instincts of your feeling, and therefore, you have the ability right now, 4 years later, you have the image of that tall person looking at you that was, human and handsome and whatever. Uh, all you have to do is telepathically ask for them to come back and start a relationship of communications. They are able to physically come back and visit you. You just have to be letting them know. The first thing I would suggest is, and I believe this to be true, I would ask them where they're from. Are they Christed beings of light from the world they come from? Those are the first two things. And once you get a response telepathically from them, I'd like to hear the future results of that, because I believe really now, as I hear you talk, it's one of your parents from off planet. I don't know what planet they come from or where they come from, but they found you and they visited you 4 years ago.
Hmm.
They
What,
did.
I guess like what does that mean, right? Because it's like I have a mom and dad. I
Well,
don't really know anything about
you
this.
have a mom and dad here, and I did too. I didn't realize this. Well, I always knew that I had family, in the sense of star family from another world.
Hmm.
But now that I've there's a whole story here to talk about. It would take a long time, but the short story is I have a mother, a father off planet. I had a mother and father. They passed away here on Earth. I have a brother that still lives. He has completely different. He's not even the same person as I am. There's just like two different people. I have cousins, relatives here, like everybody else. But I learned, I kind of knew this, but I finally learned that we also have biological parents off planet, unrelated to Earth, that are from other planets that are our parents. So
Hmm.
you do have parents here, and it's great. We all have that relationship with people here, and but we also have biological star family that are related to us off planet somewhere out there. And for me, I have two sisters, a brother, a mother, and a
I was gonna
father.
ask, can you have other siblings? Could I have, I mean, like, do I have to be, I mean, I couldn't have children, could I? Like, is it just,
Yeah.
uh, I don't know. Like, I don't know that it felt like parent. It didn't feel like a parent.
Well, there's a relationship. It's family on a
Right.
cosmic
It felt
level.
like a right, but I just don't know what. I don't know who.
And
Maybe
I
a,
don't know
I
who
don't,
either, but I mean, I think it is a person, whether it be a brother off planet, a father. You know, I use the word father, but you have a relationship, a family relationship that goes
mhm.
beyond Earth to this space person that is a space being, um, that is a human being, and that's very interesting. You know, we don't always get to talk about those relationships, but I really feel you've got some sort of relationship with a space being that is related to you off planet. Like I said, I don't know where they come from, but man, I'm telling you, it's. I think if you can rekindle that communications, I know you can. You have the ability to do that. A matter of fact, how would you like to be able to do that without any blockage?
I don't know. I don't know how to do that. I guess I question if I
Okay,
can.
I can actually, I can't believe I'm saying this. No, I did this with one other person recently. I can actually work on your brain, on your consciousness in a few minutes here. And I can actually unblock you so you can actually use your telepathy to communicate with this space being. Would you like to do that?
Let's go.
Okay. So now tonight, what I'm going to do with my first guest here is we're going to do something. This is the second time I'm doing this. When you go to sleep tonight, and it might not be tonight, it could be,
Mhm.
well, when you go to sleep in general, eventually you're going to practice this and it's going to allow you to communicate with the space being. Okay. So what you're going to do is close your eyes. We're going to do something really beautiful here. This is only the second time I've attempted to do this. And I want you to relax. I want you to breathe in and breathe out of your nostril about 3 or 4 times. What we're going to do, everybody, is we're going to work on her brain, on her consciousness, and and she has memory of this person really, really strongly. So what we're going to do is unlock her consciousness, elevate it up to a higher frequency, so that she can actually make communications with this space person, which I think is pretty cool. You know. And when you're ready, you let me know.
Yep, I'm ready.
Okay. And again, we're going to do a lot of interviews tonight. I know there's a lot of people out there, so bear with us. You're watching Encounters. This is a late night spiritual UFO talk show. I'm your host, CmdrAleon. So what you're going to do is feel an energy. I'm actually just right now feeling the aura around you. And as we do this, and sometimes when this happens, the space person might also feel the energy that I'm doing. So I'm going to send the energy out to that space person that was connecting with you. And you should start feeling something in a moment. And what should be really interesting, wow, this is interesting. What would really be interesting is if the space person came into your visual and actually appeared and came into your physical environment, meaning into your room. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but for some really weird reason, I'm getting the message that it's possible. Okay, let me just do this here. And you should start feeling something in a minute or two. So I'm working in my Ashtar command mode right now. Again, what we're doing here is facilitating, I'm blocking her consciousness. I'm actually uh, lifting up her vibrational pattern in her consciousness. Oh, thank you, Dawn. Oh, thank you. You're most welcome. And you tell me when you start feeling something. Are you starting to feel any energy right now?
Yeah, it's actually funny. Like my face, I like feel it in my face.
That's okay. Wherever it's happening. So what we're going to do is I want you to say this. This is kind of interesting. I'm getting a message to say this to you. I want you to say this. I
I
would like to
would like to
invite you,
invite you,
the space person that visited me 4 years ago,
the space person that visited me 4 years ago,
that I am ready to make contact with you and have a conversation about where you're from.
that I'm ready to make contact with you and have a conversation about where you're from.
Whether it happens tonight or any night or whenever it happens, I am ready to do it. I am not afraid to have the conversation. You put your
Whether
own
it
words if you
happens
want.
tonight or any other night, I am ready to do it. I am not afraid to do it.
Okay, and keep your eyes closed. Now I'm going to work on your consciousness, and we're going to amp up the conscious vibration of your frequency so that you can actually make telepathic communications. You know what telepathy is, correct?
Yes.
Okay, good. And what I'm doing right now is I'm going through the cellular structure of your brain. I'm clearing up any blockages that would not allow you to facilitate this communications with that space person. And what we're going to do is, once she goes to sleep tonight, she'll be able to start using telepathy, which she knows what it is, to communicate with that space person. And what you're going to do is remember what he looked like. And as you remember what that space person looked like, you're going to be able to facilitate that communications, whether it be tonight. It doesn't mean it's automatically going to happen tonight, but you're going to have the ability now to make contact.
Okay. And I shouldn't be like scared for any reason.
No, you weren't scared before. You were just like in your
Right.
sleeping state, and it just kind of like, oh, who are you? You know, and this human being with a spacesuit on comes to visit you, whatever time of the night it was. Nothing to be afraid of.
Mm-hmm.
And you yourself said you weren't afraid when you talked about the story before.
I wasn't. It was, have you ever heard of hypnopompic hallucinations
Not really, but go ahead.
or hypnagogic? Like it's like the phase between when you're falling asleep or
Oh,
wake.
you've been in that state, but I've never heard of that terminology. But go ahead.
Right. It's so I've like I sometimes if I'm falling asleep will see spiders run around.
Mm-hmm.
Like, one, it's like you think you see a spider and it will crawl under your bed or something, and it's like you have to wake up and check and you're like, okay, it wasn't a real spider.
Yeah.
Because it's like your brain is not, it's like shutting down in a different way, but it's awake.
Mm-hmm.
Um
Mm-hmm.
and then one time I had one when I woke up, and it's always spiders. So it was a giant spider, and this is hypnopompic, I guess. And it was a
Yeah.
giant spider, and it was coming out of the ceiling at me, and I was screaming my head off, and I like jumped out of the bed. You think it's very real. Like everything is real in your presence, except you can't you have to react.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can't help your reaction, right? So it was like, I was like screaming. I was terrified because nothing makes sense yet. And so I was like, okay, was this like a hypnopompic? Like, did I hallucinate this? Because this has happened before.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Except I remember it so vividly, and I'm like, this was real. And I also woke up and I wasn't afraid. Like my reaction that should have happened.
With the person that showed up that you were seeing, right?
Right. I guess it's like you kind of question everything. You're like,
Well,
could this,
your mind questions everything, but your feeling is more important than your mind. Your
yeah,
feeling tells you the truth. Your mind sometimes messes things up. In this particular
right.
case, when you told me that story, without a question, it only took me a few minutes to tune into it. That was definitely a space person
Hmm.
from another world that came to visit you, and there's a relationship that you have. And keep your eyes
Yeah,
closed if
it
you
didn't
can.
feel the same. And there was
No, it's
like
not the same.
nuance in it too that like I was aware of. Like it was kind of
Hmm.
funny. Like it wasn't, you'd think it'd be so like serious and scary, but A, I wasn't scared. But also B, it's like I realized that they messed up. Like I realized that I wasn't supposed to catch them
Right,
watching me,
right.
right?
But you did. But there's a
Yeah. And so we
connection.
both had this understanding and it was sort of like
Yes,
silly. It was sort of like,
yes.
oops, you know?
And,
Okay.
and,
Like,
and you know what? It's a good. Not everybody has a good oops like that. You did, and the beautiful part of your oops is that when we get done doing this, you're going to be able through meditation before going to sleep and during your sleeping state. Actually, before you go to sleep, you'll be able to practice this, and you're going to ask them telepathically to come back and visit you after being 4 years in this timeline away from you. Um, you're going to be able to facilitate, communications with them.
okay. I hope so.
Yeah, you don't even have to hope; you can do it.
Okay.
So as I'm doing this, just allow yourself. I'm going to do one more thing here. Now I'm going to totally go through your brain area, and we're going to amp everything up so high up you're gonna feel it. So give me a second here. Once I do this, I'm actually clearing any patterns out in your brain that would potentially block you from being able to do this telepathic communication thing. You're going to be able to telepathically communicate with the space being. You'll be able to ask them their name. You can share your name with them. They can share their name with you. And eventually you can have physical contact again with them. And when they come back, you might get to meet a woman that is related to them from a space woman that will come back with them. There's a space woman involved with this person.
Really? Okay. You
Yes, there
can.
is. Yes,
Hmm.
yes. Let me get a second here. She's a tall woman. I can vaguely see. Give me a second here. She's has blonde hair, like flowing blonde hair, and a very pleasant complexion. And she's also tall. That's all I know. I just got just a minor glimpse into this woman.
Wow.
You, on the other hand, are going to be able to have eventually what they want to do is they just wanted to visit you at the time 4 years ago to see how you were doing quietly, but you woke up. So now
Yeah.
you're going to be able to communicate with them. First, it's going to be through telepathy. As you get used to the communications, you'll be able to actually have them come and visit you physically.
Yeah. I feel like, well, I was pregnant at the time, and I don't know if that was why, but um, I wondered about that.
Hmm. So now, as you close your eyes for a minute, don't say anything.
Okay.
I want you to just feel the energy. You can feel it. I got a heat energy that's going through. This is the final part of what I'm doing. It's a beautiful flowing heat energy. It's going to be sort of like a circular pattern I'm doing right now. It's going to just elevate everything. You should start feeling something in a minute. However you feel it, that's okay. Everyone's going to feel things the same way as the next person. And here's the final part. Okay. You can open your eyes.
Okay.
How do you feel?
Pretty relaxed. Pretty
Good,
good.
good, good. When you go to sleep tonight, in this particular case, you're going to practice communicating with them and just remember what they look like. and tell them you're ready to have communications now. You were kind of caught off guard the last time. So as you're telling them telepathically what happened, now there'll be the ability for communications. And ask when you talk to them, ask them about the blonde woman, the space woman.
I will.
He knows who the space woman is. I don't know if it's his mate off planet, but they are related to each other. They're connected somehow.
Oh, interesting. Is this like something I do in my sleep, or is this something I do
You're
awake?
doing
Is
it
this?
actually. You're going to do it awake.
Mm-hmm.
You can also do it asleep. So when you're sleeping, you're going to communicate telepathically, and you might be taken on board a ship through the cosmic state to start. I think what they want to do is gradually introduce you to where you come from, off planet. And I believe you also will have the ability to go on their spaceship at some point soon. Yes.
Wow. Okay. I'm excited about that. That sounds great.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a reason why you came here to the show. I mean, there's no, it's, it's just the way it is. Not even I'm trying to explain it. You're here for your inner self, your inner spirit guided you here. That's how it happens. You know?
Yeah, this was certainly, I've never done this before, so.
Yeah, it'll be a new experience for you. You're going to be fine. You're going to make contact. You already made the
Awesome.
contact 4 years ago. 4 years is a long time to wait to do it again. But
Yes.
you know what? But when you found me, I'm the person who can help you because I was able to do that. I'm able to open up the consciousness so that people can have that. After hearing a story like this, I know what I need to do to help somebody. And Stranger Than Now, I have no idea why you were muted. I don't know. Good to see you, Stranger Than Now. And we're going to bring Stranger Than Now back up here. I think somebody might. You're not muted. I can see you. Let me check. No, you're not muted at all on my end here. That's really weird. But definitely, I want you to practice this tonight and do it like when you meditate. Do this the same way you would do if you were meditating.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just do that, and I think you're going to be fine. And let me know also, as we're becoming now a regular file, we're on at 11 o'clock at night here on my show here. So you're always welcome here. You can watch and see all the different things that happen. But I'm really interested to see down the road what happens to you in terms of.
You'll be the first one I let know.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. And again, just mention your first name to our audience
Meg.
So people know. Meg. So this is Meg up in New Hampshire.
Yep.
And my old stopping ground. So Meg, thank you for being on here. It was great hearing your story. That was a very interesting story and a very beautiful story.
Oh, thank you.
I can't wait to hear what happens in the future with you and the space people that are going to contact you.
All right, cool. Well, I don't know how to hang up on this, so I guess.
Oh, no, don't worry about that. I'll take you off my spaceship here. Hold on a minute.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, Meg. You see, not everybody has abductions going on, but there are people that do. We have people that have contact with space people that are beautiful. In this case, Meg. We're going to see if Meg is able to. Oh, I have no idea. It could. Who knows? I do see that you're not actually in that situation. So you're good now. I don't know. It could have been a glitch or something. You're good. Let me see. I have some people in queue. Let me see who's in here. Kevin. Yes, Kevin. We're going to bring Kevin. And let me see. Then Stranger will be on next. Let's see. Kevin. We'll bring Kevin on. Hey, Kevin. How you doing?
How's it going, Commander?
Good to see you. Good to see you again. Yes.
Good to see
I'm
you
glad
too.
you're back. So
yeah, I
we
came
talked
in a little late, but I'm back.
You're not as late. Things were really late last night, right? But tonight, my friend Kevin, we've been talking. We had some great conversations on here last night, and as I remember, I wanted to, I think, scan you to see if you had been having anything happen in terms of being abducted or anything. Correct?
Oh, sure, you're gonna have a blast.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure I will.
Yeah.
I'm used to this already after doing this for like how many months now. But in terms of the whatever. So I want you to close your eyes, and what we're going to do with Kevin, just let my audience know, we're going to scan him. He was on last night. And hey, Mary and Ray, good to see you. We're going to scan him for any implants that they might have put in him. And if he has any implants in him, I'll be able to hit the implants with my beams of light, and then we'll remove the implants and destroy the implants if they are in him. Hello to Paranormal Ghostbusters in the Philippines. Good to see you, brother. And everybody in here is coming in here. So welcome to the show. Hey, Peggy. Okay, so we're going to scan him right now. I'm going to switch my consciousness. I am fully activated, and I have my apple cider. So there you go. And as we do this now, Kevin, just take a deep breath in and out, which you know the role of that. You've watched the show long enough. Breathe in and out of the nostrils until you kind of feel relaxed enough. And when you are relaxed, let me know. And what I'll be doing is scanning Kevin for implants that were put in him by potentially the negative ETs. And then we will find the implants and take them out and destroy them. And we might just destroy them internally anyway. And when you're relaxed, let me know.
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay, good. So give me a moment. I'm going to switch consciousness into my cosmic consciousness, into my Ashtar Command consciousness for people around the world. And I want to use my palm of my hands. My father gifted me with the ability to do a lot of things. One of them is I'm able to remove remotely implants in people that the ETs put in them and destroy them. And I've documented this over 50 times already on my YouTube channel. You should start feeling some energy around your forehead. I'm starting to shoot energy. I usually start with the human's head, and then I let them get used to the feel of the energy first. It'll be subtle, and then I'll amp it up, which I'm doing now. So I'm basically scanning his head area. I start with that part of the human being. And we're scanning, and I can feel the energy. I feel the energy now. Like right now, I'm going around the sides of his face on both sides, and I can feel here's a head, and here's my energy that's over going different way, like right and left, going over. So I'm shooting some beautiful light energy in there. I do the subtle energy first, and then I amp it up so they feel it more and more. I get used to the energy. So there are beams of light that are going into the head. And now what we're doing is we're scanning for any implants. Now, I don't say that he has implants or not. I don't know until I get a sense there is, but we will know in a few minutes. And if I hit an implant, Kevin, you let me know and I'll stop. Right now I'm scanning around your neck area.
Yeah, I think we can.
Something about your neck here, right below the back of your neck and the front of your neck, I'm scanning. And don't think, just allow yourself to feel. You'll tell me, and I'll also know, but you'll tell me if I hit an implant area, and I'll stop and we'll get rid of the implant.
There you go.
Right there.
There you go.
The neck, right in the neck area there, the lower neck is where the implant is. And this implant is kind of big. Now, for the human being, they don't know how big the implant is. Sometimes people think they have a little implant. When I take these implants out, some of these things are big, and I have to destroy. They're like, believe me, you don't want to know. So we're gonna have him keep his eyes closed. I'm gonna take the implant out. I'm neutralizing it first. So I'm going to pull the implant out, and I think there's like two implants connected, one on one side, one on the other side, directly from each other. And the easiest thing for me to do is I'm going to sever them with heat energy first. I'm going to break the implants up, and then I can pull them out. So I'm going to pull them out now. Keep your eyes closed. So now I'm pulling the implants out of his neck area from the front and the back. I will get the whole thing out. And when you watch the person's expression, That tells you something. I'm going to take the whole implant out. When I'm done with this, he will be much better off than he is right now. I'm taking it out. I've neutralized the implant so it can't move anywhere. I'm taking the whole thing out. As I take it out, I'm going to actually disintegrate the implant. I have the power to disintegrate the implant. I'm taking it all out. It was a pretty big one, but I've broken it down, so I'm taking it out. I'll have this thing out of his body in like 2 minutes or less. Now I'm going to really take it out. I'm holding it tight, and I'm shooting beams of energy into it, which will disintegrate the implant, dissolve the implant, so to speak. And it won't hurt. I make sure that there's a light beam of energy around the skin so he can feel a little bit of a tingle, but it's not going to hurt the person when I do this. Almost. One more on this end. I'm going to do these two sections here, and this is the last part of it. I'm pulling it out, and in the skin, you'll feel like a little tingle or a pop, but it won't hurt. Once it's out, you tell me. It's almost out now. Almost. Almost. The person could end up sweating because I'm doing this work. Everyone's different. Almost. And his neck is going to be really clear, that lower end of his neck and the lower head area. No more implant. I'm destroying it as I'm doing it here. I'm going to take the rest of it out here. And Kevin will tell me when. Normally the person will tell me, okay, I think it's out now or something. I will know. Or I will know, actually, that it's out. Almost. Now I'm going to yank the end of it right here. Here it goes. Straight out, up, sideways. Let me know, Kevin.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I got it totally out. How do you feel? Is it out? Yeah.
Amazing.
Give me a second. Let me destroy this. Also, let me heal the openings where the implants were. I'm going to put a beam of energy. Now I'm sending healing energy into your cellular structure of your skin. You're going to feel a tingle. I'm now healing up the openings where the implant was. I'm sending a beam of energy to heal the skin. A beautiful healing. I can feel the heat coming out of my palms right now. It's really strong into your neck.
I felt burning in my cheek, and now it's gone.
Yeah, it's now a healing energy. So I have this healing energy going into your body, and I can see. Look at his face. He's a lot better. Kevin, my brother, you're doing so much better. Look at him. Oh yeah, he's doing good. Yep, it's all healed up now. No more implant. No more. No more. No more. He's good. Oh man, this heat energy coming out of my palm of my hands, folks, is like incredible. Yeah, it's going right into. Yeah, you're good. You can open your eyes now,
I didn't
brother.
want to interrupt you, but when you were telling me that you were pulling it out, the tingling, what I was feeling was actually burning right here.
Yeah.
And then when you said your hand were taking the heat away, automatically I felt like at peace, totally. Like, that's amazing, bro.
You're amazing. I couldn't have done it without you. You know, it takes two to tango. It was a good tango. A good tango.
I told you it was gonna be a blast.
Yeah, well, you weren't kidding, and you got to see firsthand what you've experienced from other people. I did for Kevin. I destroyed the implant that was in him, that was put by negative ETs in him, and sometimes it takes a few minutes, sometimes it takes 10 minutes, sometimes I never know how long it's going to take. But when I get an implant that's really tough, I still get it out. I don't give up.
If we really think about it, we started it yesterday.
we kind of did start it yesterday
Yeah.
in our
Yeah.
first part of our interview, right? And
Yeah.
it was just kind of, it was late. I wanted to go to sleep. So I felt it would not be doing justice to you to try to do something when I was in that mode of like, okay, the
A
human part
hurry.
of me wants
Yeah.
to go to sleep, right? I don't like to hurry. So this is beautiful because now you're clear. Now I want to do a few things here to gift you, which I do with everybody that I take the implants out. I want you to close your eyes. This is all good stuff too. And when you close your eyes, I want you to clear your mind and I want you to say these words. This will seal the deal, cosmically speaking. I am
I am
a cosmic Christed
a cosmic Christed
being of light.
being of light.
I am love,
I am love,
unconditional.
unconditional.
I am light,
I am light,
unconditional.
unconditional.
I am free,
I am free,
and I will never be implanted or abducted ever again.
and I will never be implanted or abducted ever again.
All right, my brother, you can open your eyes now. All right. And then what I also want to do is gift you one more thing, Kevin. I want you to close your eyes. I'm going to put a shield around your body. The shield will operate in its own way. It's like a spacesuit shield, and you're going to feel it. So I do this now. I'm starting from the top of your head. It's sort of a spacesuit. It's invisible, but you'll be able to do everything you do every day. Go, if you go to the beach or wherever you go, you'll be able to go, and you'll know the suit's there, but it's invisible. It's a protection shield. So I'm putting a protection shield around your whole body. It takes me 2 seconds to do this.
It's called aura armor.
Yeah, it's like you can call it that if you wish,
Yeah.
but it'll protect you from any beings that are low vibration from coming near you ever. They won't be able to go near you. I'm putting a shield around your house, your home. That takes me 2 seconds. And I'm also clearing all energies in your rooms, any residual energies. I'm sending a beam of light that will clear all that away. And you can open your eyes now. So the shield is now around you permanently. And again, it doesn't stiffen your ability to walk or do anything. It's just an invisible shield of light that will protect you.
Yeah.
Forever. Yeah.
Are you gonna put more people up, or can we talk for a little bit?
We can talk for a little bit. I'm going to definitely, there's a lot of people out there. We can talk a little bit. It's only 11:55, so we're good. It's 12:55 where you are.
Yeah, exactly.
I have to remember that.
Yeah. All right, so what's most important to you when it comes to healing? What would be your unbreakable rule?
Oh, that's a great question. My unbreakable rule. Well, one of the rules I have that I will not break is I don't know what the limits are yet of what I do that my father gave me. And I'm kind of testing myself to see how far I'm able to go. Like I had this other person on from New Hampshire, Meg, and with her, she had a beautiful experience 4 years ago, and I helped her unblock her memory so she can communicate with the space people that she's connected with, right? So I haven't figured out what my limits are yet to this, and I'm not trying to push the distance, but at the same token, I know the things I can do. I can take out the implants. I can help people remember how to connect with their star family on the other end of it. But I've not tested to go further. When people say, "Can you heal me of this or that?" I'm not doing that. I'm putting a self limitation on it on myself now because I don't know that I should be doing that. I know what I can do, and I know what I should not be touching. I think if people say, "Can you take the cancer away?" I'm not going to do that. I don't know that I'm able to do that. I don't want to start doing something, and I don't feel comfortable with that whole thing.
Yeah, I totally agree. I do also. I I really want you to understand that I'm not here on your channel to try to compete or anything like that.
No, we're all brothers and sisters here. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. And I've treated you with all utmost respect and all that. And I agree about, like, if I'm asking to be healed or whatever,
Right.
you don't ask specifically what you need. And that's what I've noticed about your channel, that you already know what people need, and that's a true gift.
Yeah. I just feel blessed and I feel humble with the gift my father gave me on the ship
You are
recently.
blessed and you are humbled, and if you want, we can have like a private session, and I can help you as well. I could probably learn more from you, but we're I told you I'm from Puerto Rico, right?
Yeah. I went through Puerto Rico once many years ago, but I was going on a company trip with my wife to all the islands in the Caribbean, which is pretty cool. And I was looking for spaceships when I was on the cruise ship at night.
Yeah, I live like really close to. There's a town called Lajas, and it's really, there's so much activity. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure people videotape stuff in Lajas. I'm sure there are people that have
Yeah, but
documented
when
video.
you know how it is, when you try to videotape it, it looks like you're recording with a potato.
Yeah. Unless they come really close and they say, we want you to see us really, really close,
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, it does. There's some good stuff out there. People are videotaping. I'm going to show a video a little bit later of two cruise ships, and this other cruise ship, the person's videotaping these two lights. Now, you can't tell in between the lights whether they're the lights from a spaceship, but I was watching the video earlier. I'm saying they're getting some definitely extraterrestrial things going on because, the House hearings on UFO disclosure, they talked about the spaceships coming out of the water, UFOs coming out of the water.
Of
This
course,
video is
of course.
I'm gonna show later is a really clear video. It shows it was just taken, I think, early part of November, maybe mid-November. You're gonna see in the night two ships in the ocean and these two lights going in between the ships, and the person videotapes it. It's an amazing video. Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna send you in message. I'll send you my social so we can share all that knowledge and all that all the stuff we got, like all the videos, because I have a lot of videos and a lot of stuff that I have to share too.
All right. Well, Kevin,
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you go so I can get some other folks out here.
Thank you so
That
much,
was our.
brother. Thank you
All
so
right.
much, brother.
Yes. Unbelievable. It's been great. We had our first part. If you missed the first part of my interview with Kevin, it will be on my YouTube channel. I think I still have some shows to put on there. Maybe I'm one or two behind, but we'll get there. Kevin, thanks for coming on, brother.
You can put me up there if you want to. I have no problem with that.
All right. So we're gonna let him down on the ship here, Kevin, and we got the implant out. And let's see here. Where am I going next? Who knows, right? And again, you have to be over 18 to be on the show. No kids on the show. No faking it that you're over 18. No trolls on the show. No kids. No cursing on the show. Let me see what else. I'm going to go through my protocols here. No smoking, no vaping, no drinking on the show. No drunks on the show. No paranormal discussion. No politics, and no religion. So I'm going to go to Stranger, and then I'm going to go to Keith. Keith will be after Stranger, so we're going to go Stranger first. Friend of the show, and good evening. Oh, there you are, Stranger than Now. How are you doing?
Hang on a minute, I'll adjust things here.
Absolutely. And this is our second interview for the night, and we're here till 1 a.m. in the morning, a 2-hour show. Hey, God bless you, or good evening. How are you?
Hey, how's it going, bud?
We're doing good.
We had a long talk here roughly a week ago. I was going to be on the next night, but had an incident happen, and I'm still recovering from the attack. So,
Oh my gosh. Okay. So, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that.
and so was I. It was unexpected. My dog took a worse hit than I did, but I'm still here, still standing.
Yeah, that's the most important thing, right?
And when you're blindsided and you're cut out of the blue,
Yeah.
what can you do about it? But
Yeah, it's just you just gotta. But you're here on camera and you're doing well. You're on the show, and that's the most important thing, right?
well, yeah, I would say so. You're more of a healer and a leader. I'm not in the same aspect. I'm the warrior cast.
Yeah.
Um, how can I say excuse me. It's my job to take the hit.
Yeah. We all have our roles to play, right? On this planet, we all have we come in human form, but we all have our things that we're supposed to do, our missions that we're supposed to do, and they're all different. If they're all the same, it'd be kind of boring, you know?
Much like you. Well, you're not from here.
Right.
Totally. I'm not 100% sure whether I'm from here or not from here. I just know throughout 61 years, I've taken a lot of hits.
Yeah.
Uh, with my service in the military, I saw a lot of things that, to be honest, it wasn't until the C-19 incident, you know what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
that NASA finally came out and admitted, which I knew many years before and tried to tell people, and they're like, oh, you're crazy.
Right.
You're paranoid. You're schizophrenic. They admitted, yeah, we're not alone.
Right.
And people were like, okay, it was only like a 5-minute segment. You never really heard much about it ever since on
Right.
mainstream media. And a lot of people that I had told that to were like, you were joking. No, I
No,
wasn't.
I was telling you the truth.
And they're still kind of freaked out about it. I'm not. I mean, I've known this for, oh Lord, 40 plus years.
Yeah, and just let people know and Stranger Than Now has been on my show not only a few nights ago, and he also had security clearance to all these different things, which and like I said, we had a person on who's in Europe now. I think she's somewhere. She's with the DoD. She was elevated into another position. I haven't heard from her for a while, but we've been talking about. We've had people on here, and I told you that had top security clearance, and we get people that come on for some reason. They do find the show, and they have TikTok, and like yourself. And I think it's really important that Stranger Dow has information that has been what I would say concealed top secret information on the cosmic level, and he knows a lot of things, and he's been a guest on the show now. He knows the way I operate here, that it is a place where, because the subject is so popular now, people are open to hearing the truth. 30 years ago, I don't think people were ready for it.
No, 3 or 4 years ago, until NASA admitted that we're not alone, people were very closed-minded to the truth. That we are not alone. We have never been alone. This planet has been visited thousands of years prior to the writing of the Bible. So the religious sectors are still not happy with the disclosure. I'm trying to put it in terms that's not going to get in trouble.
It won't get me. We can put it that way. And they're not happy. And there's a split in the Pentagon between the people that want to push the disclosure thing, the younger generation, and then the older ones that were, when Eisenhower was around, some of these people are still alive, and they want to make sure that nothing gets out. But they don't have control of that either, because even if they try to control it, what are they going to do when in 2026 there is contact on Earth with people from other planets? See, this is the dilemma they're in. They don't know what to do. They're basically nervous right now.
Okay. Let me put it this way. A How can I put this and not get us in trouble?
Okay.
A stipulation has been laid out
Again, this is for entertainment purposes only. I'll say that. Go ahead.
that either the world leaders tell the truth about us, or they're going to just show themselves. And
Well, they are. They are going to show
I'm
themselves.
they've been told either admit this and you be honest with your people, or we're going to show ourselves and going to make you all look like fools.
Right. They will look like fools. They already do look like fools. The ones that are trying
Well,
to stop it, they are basically fools.
I
And I
know.
can say that as host of the show.
I'm trying to be polite.
Right. I'm just the bus of Matrix. So for me, with these people, I'm not too polite with them anyway. Never have been.
The problem is I'm a warrior cast, and I have different ways of putting things. But it's your show. I'm not gonna
Right.
cross the line.
No, you don't have to cross the line. I can, but it's for entertainment purposes only. I've crossed the line, but I've done it in a very appropriate way, where I've said that basically calling the Pentagon a bunch of liars. I've said that many times since I've been on here for 2 years.
Way of putting it.
Yeah, it's a polite way of putting it.
There's about to be a major change in the Pentagon, leadership wise.
Mm-hmm.
Heads are going to roll. This is about to be a. Okay, I'm not trying to be political here, but I'm just making a factual statement. With the people that Trump has chosen, Elon Musk being one, I don't know where this guy came from. 8 years ago, he was unknown.
Yeah. And I tell
And
people
also-
I tell people don't trust them. I don't trust these people. I have a good sense being a space person, not coming from my consciousness, human consciousness, but my space consciousness is telling people do not trust anybody that is in power.
Something is coming. I don't know 100%. I mean, I have my gut feeling, which I've always trusted. I learned to trust my gut. Never, don't always trust the head, but always trust the gut. When something tells you this could go bad, I think there will be a fair amount of good coming out of this change, but I think there's going to be something really bad and sinister coming.
Well, that's because it's all related to Earth-based 3D stuff, and that's where all that messy stuff happens. But on the cosmic level, the best thing that's going to happen is all these people, whether they're religious, political, or whatever, it doesn't matter. Whatever country they're in, it doesn't matter. Every single country in the world is going to be affected. What are you drinking?
Kool-Aid.
Oh, Kool-Aid. Okay.
I make Kool-Aid in water bottles.
Oh, okay. I used to drink that when I was a kid.
Hey, I love Kool-Aid.
And it's been around since the 60s or longer. But one of the things I will say is that we have so many dynamic things that are going to be happening. No matter what these people do, whether in the Pentagon and the Kremlin, whether they're in China, wherever country they're in, all these power structures, they're meaningless. They don't mean anything. And that when people start realizing that the only thing you have to do is focus on contact and forget about all these political people and all these religious people, none of them are important to the scheme of things, what's happening in 12 months from now. 12 months,
okay,
about 11 months from now, roughly.
Let's go back about 2 minutes when we spoke of Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Where? Oh, I'm going to go not into a rabbit hole, but I'm going to make a few comments on some things that really has me concerned. He has an AI system that he's been working on and has already activated. I'm not fond of AI systems because if it becomes sentient, we know where that will go. His rocket boosters, they're returning and landing at a platform, not wasted material. which something NASA wasn't able to do and still isn't. I was Air Force security, and I saw a lot of things that have not been disclosed yet to people. And when it's finally disclosed, I mean, Trump announced the Space Force.
Well, I knew
We've been
about
in
that. I knew about that for years. But you know what? The thing is, one thing we really need to get our heads out of is all these 3D people. They're inconsequential to the bigger cosmic picture, which is when we look at the bigger picture. Like I say, these people to me don't matter to me at all. If they really don't, they're basically pods and peas in a pod. And the space people are coming, and these people that are in these positions that they think they're so powerful, they have no power. They're basically egotistical people that think they have power.
The human race is one of the youngest in existence. They're growing. We're growing. I guess I was born here on this planet. I do believe. Doesn't mean I'm from the planet.
Right.
But they're growing. They're starting to wake up. So much has been seen, but it was hidden by the governments for so many years. And after 1947, there was an agreement between the top 7 countries on the planet that if one of us was found, we used to be unalived right away, immediate. They were scared because, ignorance, fears, something that's more advanced than that. It's about the best way I can put it.
No, I'm very familiar with all what you're saying. They don't, and those same people in those countries and others, they now they're running around with not knowing what to do because the space people already here. Let me put it this way, adding into what you're saying, the space people have cloak ships all over the planet right now with hundreds and hundreds of people in these ships.
And you know what's beyond the ice wall of the North Pole?
Yeah. Well, my friend April, who's in Vermont, she'll tell you there is no ice wall, and there really isn't an ice wall. There are human population, and there's also entrances into the inner Earth, which go into the inner Earth, where there are space people that are very advanced and spiritual, living in very harmonious ways, versus the surface world. They have many more things going on down there, and our world governments have known this since forever, since Admiral Byrd went into the inner Earth.
That's what I was talking about. If you look at Google Maps and so forth, and you go to the North Pole, you don't see the truth. They're giving you a false image,
right,
on the radar or whatever they're showing you, whatever you want to call it. But there is an opening there.
Oh yeah, absolutely, there's.
But they don't want you to know this. Yeah. And we know for a fact in the Marianas Trench, and what's the other one right on the opposite side of the planet? I can't think of the name of it, but
yeah,
there are magnetic anomalies, which is actually created by the space people, aliens, because they have colonies down there, and they're protecting themselves.
Oh yeah,
and they can go so deep. We don't have a sub that can get anywhere near the depth of where they can be.
No, there's space cities, or several of the space cities. My friend April, who's with the Ashtar Command, she's in Vermont, and I work together. And she's been down in the Ashtar ship. She went down into one of the areas where it's one of the space cities. They're very, very deep in remote areas of the ocean that cannot be gotten to by our technologies at all. They're very well protected.
That's why. So I said the Marianas Trench, which is actually 7,000 or more. I think it's 7 miles deep, from what we've been able to find. It might be deeper. We don't know. But right on the other side of the Earth is another one, and the Bermuda Triangle, which has a pretty good depth. And a lot of anomalies have happened there. Mm-hmm. And right on the other side of the planet, there's another one I think is called the Devil's Triangle.
Yeah, the Devil's Triangle is there's a triangle off the coast of Malaysia, which is called the
Yes.
Tiger. And when we talk about that, folks, you're watching Encounters. Welcome to the show. I'm CmdrAleon, and Stranger Than Thou is a returning guest who's had top security clearance, and we're kind of sharing things. He's sharing things, and one of the things you need to know is that, and 14 years ago, when Malaysia Flight 370 disappeared, I had
Correct.
somebody on my radio show named Dabu. That's his handle on YouTube. He had the radar tracking system. For some reason, he had been tracking the radar of these little icons. It's called something tracker, radar tracker, something tracker, and you can watch these little icons of these
I need
jets
to turn away
going.
for about 10 seconds.
Yeah, no problem. You can see these little icons of spaceships, not spaceships. What am I talking about? Of planes, jets, airliners, that are actually going over the water. And so he was tracking this, and I said, "Oh, this is interesting." I got in touch with him at the time, and I had him on my radio show 14 years ago. And when we talk about the tiger, the triangle, they call it the triangle. Um, it's also known as the Devil's Triangle, but it's also there's another word for it. It's called the Tiger Triangle. It's off the Malaysian coast, East China, off the sea there. And what happened is when the Malaysian Flight 370 was disappearing, he had the tracking radar. These two little golden icons that looked like planes, like jets, switched over into looking like golden discs. There was three of them, and one of them went all the way out over the ocean, following the Flight 370 as it got over the water, and then the other two surrounded it. And guess what happened? It just blinked out of the eye. It just blinked out of the radar tracking. It was gone. Why was it gone? It was taken by, and I know who took them. They were positive space people. The people on that flight were very smart. There were scientists and other people on that flight. That wasn't like a normal flight. That was very much not a normal flight. And they were taken they were taken through a portal, in a galactic portal, onto a spaceship that was really big. And the people would say to me, "Oh, Commander, are they coming back? Are they coming back?" And I tell you, I don't know. I just know that they're in good shape. They're with human type beings that are spiritual beings, that are space people. There was a reason why their flight was taken versus 10,000 other flights going over that area. There was just a grouping of people on that flight, on Flight 370, Malaysian Flight 370, that are very, very, very smart people, men and women. And there's a reason why they were taken, and they will eventually come back, but I don't know when. I really don't.
There was somebody on that plane, one or more, that was needed. So
Yeah.
I think that's what happened. Being what I am and what I did, that makes more correlation. There was something there. There was some kind of tactical knowledge or whatever
Something, yeah.
that was needed. And it was like, yeah, we're taking you. And, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few or the one.
Yeah.
And there is something. I do believe in my heart and with what I've seen, there is a war coming that is not just going to be on this planet. It's going to be galactic.
Well, I would say I would actually say the potential perception of what you're getting is on another timeline. That war that you're presenting is not going to be on this timeline. This timeline is not going to have that war. Like I talk about multiple Earth realities, there are parallel realities. So you might be tapping into a parallel Earth reality where there is that thing happening. But I can tell people here on this Earth reality, in this universe, there's not going to be any war. There was up until recently, whatever recently is, there has been this battle going on, but it's not going on anymore. Matter of fact, it has ceased. And what's going to be happening is the contact in 2026 is going to be relevant to the fact that there isn't going to be conflict. If anything, there's going to be a big switch and a big change to the way everyone's living on this planet. So what you're saying is there could be you're tapping into maybe another timeline, which is possible because there
I
are
don't know.
multiple
I
timelines.
know what I see.
You what?
Now, I just know what I see.
Yeah, what you
I'm
see.
not.
But yeah, but you're not going to see it on this earth because it's not going to happen. The things that have happened before on this earth and the things that are going to happen now, my friend, are going to be way different than that. There's not going to be this war happening. What there will be is the shaking up on this earth of the people that have created lies all over the world. That definitely is going to be happening. And what we're
Now,
going to see happening, yeah.
that face-off could be considered a war
Oh, that could be
because
it. Now, in that context, yeah.
there's going to be a lot of mixed feelings, a lot of hatred, a lot of fear when the truth comes out, because we still know, you and I both, and many others here in your platform, know that there's probably 80 or 90% of people on this planet that do not believe what's about to happen. They go, oh,
Well, they don't know. That's the thing. They don't know what's going to happen. But
no.
we have plenty of time to educate them. That's why we're here doing this program. We have at least 12 months to educate the public about what's going to happen. And not just me. There are people out there that I think are good that are doing platforms of broadcasting that I hope they're going to educate the public about what's going to be happening in 12 months. Because if they're not doing that, they need to start doing that. We've been on the forefront of doing that for almost 2 years now here on this show, and for 21 years on the radio show.
Now, see, I've been out of the military for now on, oh Lord, have mercy, 35 years. And with what I saw when I was in, I tried to tell people, and they're like, they thought I was, I should be on Thorazine and other
Yeah,
stuff.
they don't want you to think and know what you know. That's what they're trying to tell you.
And even our astronauts have finally come out and started admitting, yeah, we were being circled in the shuttle and whatever by craft that they couldn't fully describe because they have stealth technology. And that's what I was saying earlier. Your first interview tonight, the tall individual. And I made a comment, and I think that's what got me shadow banned by TikTok. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Baron Trump.
I want to stick away from that only because I don't want to use any of these Earth-based people's names. They're related too much to things that are,
Okay.
that is one. Yeah, I want to be careful with that.
I'll rephrase then. A certain person of new known identity. Is that a better way to put it? Look at him. If you looked in his eyes, there's something about him. I think he's going to be a key figure in what's coming next year.
Yeah, and and I'm not really too, I'm not tuned into that at all because my consciousness is way beyond that. Fortunately for me, my consciousness is more focused on not all earthly matters. Although the only thing I care about on Earth is that we bust the matrix and that all these things fall apart. And when they do, and the galactic energies are here on Earth, we won't have to think about any of these things. These people to me are from a space person perspective are not important to the bigger scheme of things, which is the whole planet, all the life forms, all the trees, all the flowers, all the bees, all the animals, all the marine life. That is more important than these people and their power and their suits and whatever power they have. They are not important to the bigger scheme of things,
Well, my detail is security, combat.
Yeah.
I'm looking at what's happening on the planet.
Yeah.
The way the weather and so forth has been going. The wildfires that are coming out of nowhere. Floods that are happening in places that doesn't happen. I think it's manipulated or by design. I know the ability is there. I know we have it. We've had
Well,
it
we have HARP, which was created to play games with the natural environment. That's been around for years.
to
I
alter the
know.
weather, and
Yeah,
they're getting
basically.
smarter at it. They're getting smarter at it, and they're learning how to use seeding, the HARP system, and so forth. And I think that's what they used on North Carolina. And look at the wildfires in was it Montana?
And we
Both
have
areas.
wildfires in New England and Massachusetts. We have them in New York, New Jersey border. We had them in Connecticut recently. Well, that one was created by some people that were camping out or something. But the thing is,
Careless.
the careless. So we have a lot of these things going on, and I'm gonna continue the flow here a little bit because and Stranger Now has been my guest before, and we always have these great dialogues of discussion. And but also he
Well,
has that security clearance where he will pop in and divulge a little bit on the cosmic scale.
one thing I want to say, everywhere these massive fires have happened,
Mm-hmm.
unexplained, look at what the mineral deposit is there. I mean, it's the same mineral everywhere, lithium. And lithium is a primary component for propulsion, whether it be space or to lift something into space. It is a primary component. Think about this. Okay? That they're after it. They tried to purchase all the land in North Carolina prior to the flood. Everybody said no. The council said no. Then all of a sudden, now, if you look at the reports, they're raising the cost and the fees, licensing and everything in order to rebuild. They're about to declaim the land as non-inhabitable. They're going after it. So I don't know if this is going to have a key factor in what's coming in the next year or not, but I think it is.
Yeah, interesting perspective. All right, brother. Well, we're going to leave it at that for tonight. We'll have you back again and definitely I was going to ask you. I had some cosmic questions to ask you, but I don't remember what they are tonight. So when I do remember them, I'm going to remember to bring you on here to answer them too. I know you'll have the answers for them.
All and right. You're what, twice a day, once a day?
I'm on in the evening. I sometimes go in the morning, but I find my big audience is nighttime at 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern, and we're on for about 2 hours. So we're on for another 30 minutes.
Okay, so that's like 10 p.m. my time. All right, cool, man.
10 p.m. your time. Yeah. I keep forgetting where people's time zones are. All right, brother. Good to see you again. Thank you.
I'm Chief of Security. Just let me know.
Yeah, definitely. All right. And the man with cosmic top secret security clearance. So that was Stranger Than Now. He's been on my show, and we had a great discussion. He always brings something to the table. And he has a lot of top secret knowledge that we will eventually, little by little, have him divulge stuff. He had pretty much connections to everything. So we thank him for being there. You're watching Encounters, the late night spiritual UFO talk show. And that was my friend Dow, Stranger Than Now. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, you have to be over 18, and you can't fake it. Some people try to fake it. You gotta be over 18. No kids on the show. No vaping on screen. No smoking on screen. No drugs. No drunks on screen. No paranormal discussion. No politics, and no religion, and no trolls. I think I covered every single base that I can think of. So welcome to this show. And, we might just stay on here till maybe 1:30 a.m. Eastern. So I can get some more interviews in here too. And no cursing, yeah. Diane, thank you. No cursing, that's a biggie. No cursing. I want to show you a video, and this is for entertainment purposes only. All right? I just want to let TikTok know this is for entertainment purposes only. I'm going to show a video of these lights in between two cruise ships in the ocean. This particular video, where are you going, folks? Why? We had 500 people here. Where are you going? Don't you want to see the video? Don't you want to get some cosmic understanding? Yes, indeed. Let's see here. I'm going to do this here. I got to find the video. It's here somewhere. We shall find it. You shall see it. Okay, let me find this here. Almost. I think this might be it. Wait a minute. Ah, yes, indeed. Let me stop this for a minute. What I'm going to show you is two lights passing between cruise ships. And let me see. This was November 10th at 6:10 UTC. This person's on the iconic, the Icon of the Seas cruise ship on the 16th floor of the ship. The person says, I saw what seems to be two lights on the horizon, slowly getting closer between another ship and the Icon of the Seas. Then another light appeared with another color. I'm going to show you the video. This is going to be wild. Again, this is for entertainment purposes only. There's no music involved. So TikTok, your AI algorithm, relax, mellow out, meditate. We're going to do this thing. Okay. Whoops. Let me just do this. That's not what I want. You're going to see something pretty good here. Let me see here. We're going to show you the video. Get ready. Get ready, brothers and sisters. Let me, I got to switch the camera around here. Wait a minute. I got to flip the camera. Am I flipping it? Yeah, there we go. Now I'm going to show you. Okay, this is for entertainment purposes only. For entertainment purposes only. Okay, I'm ready to do this thing. Okay, I don't think it's showing. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. For entertainment purposes only, this is two cruise ships, and these are the two lights. Here's the cruise ships. The one cruise ship, he's on the 16th floor of one cruise ship. The other cruise ship is across from the other one in the ocean. And look at this. These lights are going in between in the ocean between both cruise ships. Look at it. Check this out. This is for entertainment purposes only. Never seen before footage. Never seen on ABC, CBS, or NBC or News Nation, but right here on Encounters. This is why I'm busting the matrix, folks. I want you to see real stuff. Real footage. No CGI, no AI, just real stuff. Pretty cool, huh? And this video is about 3 minutes and 50 seconds long. This is for entertainment purposes only. For entertainment purposes only. So I go back a little bit. For entertainment purposes only. For entertainment purposes only, brothers and sisters. On Encounters, where we show you real spaceship footage for entertainment purposes only. I'm starting to show video footage on the show here, and it's for entertainment purposes only. Just so you know, just so you understand that I'm here to bust the matrix on my program. And tell me if you're going to see this on TV. No, you're not. You think the local news or the national news are going to show you video footage from people of these things happening? Keep watching it. Don't go anywhere. No, you're not lost. You're not watching ABC News. You're watching Encounters. You're not watching CNN News. You're watching Encounters. You're not watching the BBC News. You're watching Encounters. A show that's out of this world. I don't know what the colors are of them. There's 2 minutes and 19 seconds left in this footage. And it's amazing. These lights, they're perfectly in formation with each other. And they're moving along between two cruise ships. Between two cruise ships. Okay, let me just make sure. And I'm going to show you some more video. This is the first one, but you're going to see some more video footage tonight. Look at that. There's a third light. See that? There's a third light popping in there. That wasn't there before. Which makes, see, look at that. Look what happens towards the end of the video. Yeah, they wanted to be, I mean, look, you figure how many people are on both of those cruise ships. And this person was videotaping it. It could have been one spaceship. Look at the other light. See the light coming in there? There's the light. Look at it. It's sort of like cloaking. Wow. Look at that. I think it was one ship in between, one spaceship near the ocean floor, above the ocean, between two cruise ships. Look at that. Now, if you're just cruising TikTok and you're not watching this show, then look at that right there. There you go. That's definitely one ship. One ship. One ship. Amazing. One ship. Instead of watching people with clown outfits on TikTok, you can be watching some real footage here of a spaceship. Okay, and again, this is for entertainment purposes only. And that's one of the videos. One of the videos, brothers and sisters. Let me go back to my screen here. Flip the camera. And the light on. So that's one. Now, there's another one here. I'm going to take a break from the videos footage. Wait a minute. There's so many things I want to show you here. Welcome to the show, everybody. You're watching Encounters, and let's see. I'm going through. Now, here's something, and people can, this is not a Starlink or a rocket booster or anything. I posted it. Let's see here. Here's a spaceship or UFO dripping some sort of plasma out of the craft. It's really weird. I'm going to show you this one in a minute. This happened, let me see here. It says here, it doesn't say when it happened. Let me see if I can go to this. I think it's old footage, but let me see here. It might be old footage. I'm pretty sure it's old footage. But anyway, what it does show is plasma liquid, like a reddish orange liquid being dropped from the main UFO. And it's pretty crazy. Yeah. The question is ARB21. Yes. There won't be, the space people are not going to allow our planet to have war. I'm going to try to turn this thing here. Wait a minute. They're not going to allow us to be in a state of war, a conflict on the planet Earth. As a matter of fact, the reason why we're still here is because the space people are keenly watching our planet, and it have been for many years. So I don't think we'll have to worry about that too much. And we'll answer your questions as best we can tonight on Encounters. Welcome to the show. But we're not going to have anything you hear on the internet by people posting fear-based stuff. Don't believe it. Please don't believe it. We're going to have direct contact with our space family. No, I don't believe in channeling. I think that messes people up. I've seen it too many years on Facebook. Everybody channeling the same space person. I tell people to stay away from channeling. On my broadcast here, we don't channel anything, but we can give you information, myself and April, direct information from the space people that we're connected with, but we don't channel. We don't channel. Too many years channelings have stated things that never happened, and a lot of channelers are basically channeling their higher self, not necessarily anything from outer space. I don't use them. I know some people that do, but I don't use anything like that. Stella, I basically have telecommunications or telepathy with my space family, so I have messages I get all the time. I don't do anything like that. I do understand what those are, though. Oh yeah, it's absolutely okay to be terrified, but it's also your free will to not be terrified. It's your free will to let go of the terrified feeling and to allow yourself to be free of that. So if you're nervous or terrified about what's happening or what's going to be happening, you have the right to feel that way, but try to meditate and get inner peace, and you won't be terrified anymore. That's really important. The last thing you want to be is terrified of what's coming. If you're going to, because your mind works in that, zone of, okay, I'm absolutely terrified of what's happening, but you don't have to be terrified. It's a choice. You can either be terrified or not. You can either be nervous or not nervous. That's really basically a choice of every human being that is on the planet right now. I mean, what's to be terrified about? A year from now, when contact happens, people should be at least not terrified at all, but should be able to, you have 12 months to get it together as people on this planet, to get it together by meditating, getting yourself into a state of consciousness where you're not afraid. It's really important that people are in the right space. So people need to really now work on, just like going to the gym, before you go to work, you go to the gym, you do the treadmill, or you do the weights or whatever. Now you have to do the mental thing here, which is meditate and mentally prepare yourselves as human beings for contact with space people coming from other planetary systems. And that's going to be starting to happen a year from now. So it's really important. That's right. Absolutely right. Teresa's right. Yeah, we can't do anything about it. Don't be afraid. You're absolutely correct. Jenny said, I had a vivid dream about spaceships, and the next day I turned on a show and saw the same spaceship. Interesting, Jenny. That's definitely synchronicity there. My space only star, not yet. Again, they will, when things are really going to start happening, will be activated. My friend April, Friends with Furries 1111, will inform the rest of our group of 4. And also, what they want us to tell you, we'll be able to tell you when that time comes. I'm pretty sure in the new year, as we go into 2025, we're going to have more information to share here. Information also coming from my Friends with Furries 1111 when she's live. If she has something really important to share, we'll do it on our Ashtar Command show on Saturday. And also, I'm sure she'll be doing it on her programming when she's on live, Friends with Furries 1111, who's my sister up in Vermont. She'll be able to provide us with information from the Ashtar Command people. Yeah, Jody K is right. They are loving beings. I am not afraid. Well, right now, maybe that might be true tonight, but people will listen, because what's going to happen is, before we have contact, in terms of getting, this is the one thing I don't mention too often, but before we have contact, when I go off planet, there's going to be one point when I go off planet next year, before 2026, where I'll be, again, the Ashtar Command people, and I'll just share this out here on our regular show, they will have me on the ship on a control panel, sitting in front of a control panel with 4 other space people from the Ashtar Command behind me. So what I guess I should mention is, in terms of preventing fear, you'll see me broadcasting on a spaceship to 8 billion people on the planet Earth. When that happens, I will be able to calm any nerves down regarding fear, because I'll be talking on a spaceship in a spacesuit, and I'll let people know I am from Earth, but I'm on a spaceship, and I'm speaking to them, to the people of Earth, and that will hopefully calm people down when they hear me speak. I know how to use media, so I think it'll be good. Yeah, that's right. Oh, interesting, Bonnie. Yeah, you should pay attention to your dreams. If there's definitely cosmic dreams, you should pay attention to those dreams all the time. Those dreams really, really say a lot. Ah, Stella, very good. Well, I'm glad you found me, for sure. Let me see here. Well, I can say Jetty Beans Creations. That's a nice name, Jetty Beans. As a matter of fact, I'm so random, I'm going to bring Jetty Beans up here. And Jetty Beans, I want you to come on here as a guest so you can ask those questions. I love having people on here. See, I'm one of these kind of talk show hosts that, because I've been on radio for 21 years, I love interaction. I think that's the most beautiful thing. Jetty Beans, welcome.
Hi, thank you.
How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I am fantastic. Would you like to come on camera? You think you can do it?
Well,
It's just a little button there that you have to press, and just go on. Don't be worrying about looking like a Hollywood star. It doesn't matter.
whoops. I gotta turn it around.
Okay, she's going to turn the camera around. We're going to get on here. I definitely love having people on here and talking. Hey, there you are. Jetty Beans, welcome to the show. I saw your question. I love, like, instead of reading a sentence, I like to have like a real human contact kind of thing here. So tell us, in terms of your question, can I share anything so people cannot be afraid before all this stuff goes down? And that's a great question. So I can. A lot of people aren't yet ready for this. I mean, all over the world in different countries, they talk about the UFO hearings. They talk about all this stuff going on. As much as I knock the UFO hearings as being not telling the people the truth, at least it's getting people to look at the subject matter and understand now that stuff we've talked about here about the space cities in our oceans, they talked about it at the hearings, that one of the speakers. And I'm like, okay, I know that. My friend April knows that. We know that there are space cities in the oceans by beautiful space people, mermaids and mer people that live in the oceans. We know all this stuff. And they're like little bits. They don't tell you really anything. They're kind of like still holding back. But I think the way to get people unafraid is doing what I'm doing here, is to educate the public. Now, I'm not reaching 8 million people. I don't suspect I will, honestly. But every person here can be a catalyst for educating 10 other people that they meet about contact, about the fact that we are going to be having that contact that we never thought we'd have in a bazillion years in current human history. We're going to have that contact. So people are going to have to get used to the fact that the space people don't look like monsters, which is what people perpetuate on documentaries, on TV, on History Channel. It's always the images of these Zeta or people that don't look like us. And the purpose of that is fear-based. They talk about the subject, but they throw fear-based stuff in here, and that's all people see. So my whole thing is I'm countering that and telling people these are human beings. They're beautiful people. They have families like we do. They live thousands of years older than we are, and they are thousands of years older, and they look to be 20 or 30. That's because they don't live in a environment that we've created based on limitation. And that's the reason why they are able to live. They don't have time. They can live at ages where they don't look like they're falling apart or their heads splitting apart or anything like that. And in terms of the fear-based stuff, I'm always pushing back at anybody who posts fear-based images of extraterrestrial intelligence, because not all ETs are lower vibrational ETs ready to gobble us up and put us in some prison planet. It's just not true. They're coming here to assist us. We are part of their family, they're part of our family, and we are all connected together. And I can't express that as much as I need to, that no one has anything to fear. The only thing you have to fear is stuff you believe that someone writes is fear-based or promotes on YouTube or TikTok that's fear-based. Don't believe it, don't buy it, don't eat it, don't drink it. Meditate, go within yourselves. You don't need all that garbage. You just need to connect with yourselves and understand that you are going into a place in a space that's far better than we've been for millions of years. And I'm talking millions, not 70 years, millions of years.
Thank you. That's awesome. And I
Yeah.
totally agree.
Yeah. So I want to bring you up here to have this dialogue. Anything you want to say, or?
Well, I do love my space family. I totally agree with you. And I have a tribe that I am affiliated with on TikTok here. You probably know him. He is, Yes, you are?
Oh yeah, my friend Yeshua, yeah. James,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
He's tuned in. Yes, he's been on my show before.
Yes.
He's a very cool dude.
Yes,
Very cool.
very cool. And so, he's always talking about Space Family. And I think tonight, because I went outside, it was dark, and I saw this light in the sky, and it was super high up. And I don't think it was a, what are those called that take pictures of the,
Satellite.
yeah, satellite. I don't think it was a satellite. But it was, well, it could have been, I guess. It was going kind of fast, but it was way high up. And then it came to this point in the sky, and there was a flash. And I was like, what? And so that was kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I think that's more of an acknowledgement that you saw us.
Yes.
And we're just giving you a flash.
Yes.
See, as you said that.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it is. It was for you to see that. See, this is what I always find amazing. When people tell me a story like this, and they say, oh, it did this thing when I was looking at it, because the space people can see you in their ship. They're acknowledging you. That flash was an acknowledgement. Hey, we see you.
Yeah.
Hello. That was a hello. We're up here, but hello.
Yeah, and just recently, I think it's been maybe 4 or 5 nights that I've been asking them to come visit me in my dreams, so I could get used to that kind of contact before, like this kind of contact.
Right.
Yeah, so I've been asking them to come and meet with me in my dreams, and so yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's exactly what, when I tell people to meditate and focus on things like this, it's exactly what I'm trying to tell them. You're doing the work. You're saying, please communicate with me in my dreams first, and let's have communications there. And then as you do that, you're able to build up a relationship with the space people in your dreams, where you can facilitate having physical contact when you're ready and when they feel you're ready. That's a beautiful way of doing it. What you're doing is something everybody should try to do.
Yes.
That's the way to do it. It really is.
Yep.
Great.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for coming on here, Jetty. It's been beautiful. Yes, I appreciate you sharing a little about your story, the sighting you had, the flash of light. This is the stuff that is for the individual person like yourself. So if anyone else has these things happening, understand they're saying hello to you. They're letting you know that they acknowledge you. They can see you from the ground, from where they are in space. They see you. They know you're there.
Yep, and I waved to them. So. And
she waved to them. See. I thank you so much for coming on. You have a great smile. We appreciate your sharing, and thanks for being on Encounters. We're going to bring you off the ship very lightly. Okay. And we're coming up to. We have 115,000 likes. Thank you so much for that. And again, we are still doing some interviews here. I had visitors when I was 6. Kim Starr. Kim Starr, I'm going to bring you up here. That caught my attention. I had visitors when I was 6. I never forgot. Kim Starr, press the accept button. We'll have you on here live on Encounters. And if you get my request, you just have to do the multi-guest option. Kim Starr. Medium. Kim Starr. Let me see if I can get you on here. If you can figure out on your side how to get on here, you should be able to do it. There's a multi-guest option, and we'll definitely bring you up here. Let me see. Is Kim Starr there? Let me see here. Kim Starr. I just pressed my guest option. I'm not sure if you're getting it. Kim Starr, you should have gotten my guest request. Can you come up? Let me see if there's a new message from her. Oh, is it SHSMPY? Oh, people are sleeping? Okay. Kim Starr, definitely we want to have you on if you can tomorrow night, right after 11 p.m. Eastern. If you're able to come on, let me know. Blessed, it says Cosmic Culture has info. Okay, Cosmic Culture. One of my viewers says you have info. Let me see here. Okay, so we're getting feedback. Hey, Cosmic Culture. Good to see you.
Hey,
do you have a speaker or AirPods on or something?
I do not. I'm wondering why there is feedback.
Yeah. It happens sometimes. Let me put you on. I'm going to mute you for a second. Okay. I'm going to unmute you. Whoops. Is it happening now? No, it's not. Okay. Is it happening now? No, it's not. Okay. So when you mute yourself, I'm going to just talk and then I'll stop talking. Let me. Okay. So I have you muted now for a reason. So I'm going to introduce you, Cosmic Culture. When you talk, I'm going to unmute you and just not say anything, and then I'll mute you when I'm going to respond to whatever you're saying. This happens sometimes. I don't know why. So everybody, Cosmic Culture, one of my friends on the show said he has information. Welcome to the show, the #1 UFO spiritual talk show. We're glad to have you with us, brother. And I'm going to switch it back to Cosmic Culture.
Hi, everyone. I am very excited to finally make my introduction into other believers inside of a community setting. And I've watched you one other time before and was very excited. So thank you very much for allowing me this opportunity. I've been waiting for many years to express this, so I'm going to tell you about, first, I agree, love and light is supreme. Anything that's fear-based is for entertainment purposes only, and we should not send energy to it. However, I am aware that there are some malevolent and benevolent beings that are in our cosmos, and there are a lot of them. And I was taken to a planet by Greys because I've always been real interested in who the Greys were, even though I believe I'm actually a Lyran. And they took me to different planets and they showed me what they were doing. And what they were doing is they were creating wars on this planet with these beings that had these like horns. And the Greys were integrating with these beings on like a desert-like planet, but there was a lot of rocks on this planet. And the Greys made me feel bad for them inside of my own, like they had hacked my chakras or something, and they made me feel bad for what they went through, the extinction of their people, or the genocide of their people, or whatever happened there. And they said, we have to go to all these other planets, because I said, why are you guys here on our planet? what do you guys want with us? Why are you guys doing? And they say, well, look, we're not doing it only with your planet. Okay, we're doing it with other planets as well. Here, come over here and check. And I was like, whoa, this is some serious stuff. And I felt manipulated into feeling sorry for them. And I was like, this doesn't feel right to me. This doesn't feel like genuine human unconditional love that I feel like with you or with any other.
Whoa. What happened? Okay.
Whoa.
Oh, did you just mute yourself?
What happened? Did you just mute yourself? Oh, did you just mute yourself?
Okay, I'm going to talk. This is it's something with the. I don't know if it's something on the phone. Something is causing the feedback, but so I have a feeling when they physically took you on, that's really amazing. They did that, but you're right. They were manipulating you to have sympathy for them, but they actually, in the Zeta Reticuli system, they were once like us, human. They became so advanced, and they're still in the 3D world, but they became so advanced that they wiped out their humanness. They went underground and changed their physical makeup to look the way they look up now. So when people see the Zeta, they don't look like us, like you or like me, or like a man or a woman. They look like they look more like the big-headed things with the eyes, because they did away with their humanity. They basically had their own conflicts within their own planets, and they destroyed their planets. And basically, their planets are not able to survive because they messed them up a long, long, long time ago before we came here as human beings. So your connection with the Lyran, your star connection is way different. That's why you knew and understood that you're being manipulated. Yeah, you're being manipulated by. Yeah, the Lyrans are very much a part of the Ashtar Command. The Lyrans are part of the star family. The Icturians, the Lyrans, and many, many others, too many to mention. So, the fact that they were willing to take you on that journey for whatever reason, which is unusual, that you got to see it firsthand going on their ships, is information for those of us who are here for the reasons that we're here to liberate the planet Earth from the limitations that it has been under. And one of my things coming from our planet, my mother and father are on a spaceship right now. They're watching on an Ashtar ship. They watch our show on a monitoring screen, and the Ashtar Command is watching the show every time I'm on here. So they see you, they see me, and they see what we're doing. I'm protected by my family. I have space guards that are invisible in my house. They don't appear. They're there. There's no reason for them to appear. But if I was in danger, they would be here, and I would be most likely taken aboard the ship in 2 seconds out of my house. But so yeah, it's all good. But your story is fascinating, because I've never heard of somebody. I've heard of people that have been abducted by the Zeta and implanted. And I think that, I don't know that you've been implanted or not, but your energy field is really strong. For some reason, don't think they did that to you, but I don't think you were at all implanted. For some reason, they wanted you to see this, but they didn't want to. They didn't want to implant you with anything, which is kind of weird. It was very, very strange. I think they were trying to psychologically have you come back and say, oh, when they're not so bad, they're doing these things. But I think you know better, because you come from a higher state of consciousness, in truth. So you knew what the deal was, and you weren't going to be fooled. You're not fooled very easily. You can see if there's something being.
And you weren't going to be fooled. You're not fooled very easily. You can see if there's something being. And you weren't going to be fooled. You're not fooled very easily. And you weren't going to be fooled. You're not
Oh
fooled
my
very
God,
easily.
dude, they're really trying to right now.
Well, it's not them.
They're really trying to
It's
right
not.
now.
It's not the Zeta. Let me. Okay, let's put it on. Okay, it's not the Zeta. My broadcasts are so powerful at times, depending on the person's phone. That's why I asked if you had any ear pods or speakers on or anything, any Bluetooth on. If you have Bluetooth, that'll cause it. That could be the logical thing. If you have no Bluetooth on, Then okay. So what's happening right now is it happens once in a while. My broadcast is being amplified into space. So my broadcast here, it happens when when this reverberation happens. I can't stop it. It's the energy is going into space. So the voices when we speak are being amplified into space. Just to let you know what's happening. This happens once in a while. It's happening right now. You never know when it's going to happen, but it's happening right now. It's very interesting.
Now it's very interesting.
Yeah, it definitely is, and I don't know if, why that happened. I think it had something to do with maybe somebody calling me too. There was a friend that was trying to call me,
Yeah,
but
technically.
I'm also curious to ask you. Well, first of all, the Greys have shown me a few other things, and I've also seen a lot of other things. I've seen Type 1 technology. I've seen mathematical equations. I've seen I've seen okay, there's a cyclone outside in Oregon right now. So anyway, the reptilian that visited me when I was 19 years old, I did my research. She raped me, and from what I understood, they want to have an albino baby for their clan because they think my bloodline is going to give them this wonderful albino baby so they can have good luck for their clan. Is that true or is that not? If it's not true, please tell me why this reptilian woman who was about 5 foot something came over to Mason, Michigan in this right ley line area that was built over this old swamp by Freemasons inside of the Ingham County Jail. And she appeared, raped me, and then left.
Okay, I want to say.
Okay, I want to say this is for entertainment.
Let me look here.
Let me look here. Hold on a second.
Okay, this is for entertainment purposes only. So now I'm getting that I need to help you. There's something about this. So I'd like to do something for you, brother. And this is your second time watching me. I have been given the ability by my father on the ship to do a number of things. One of which is I've done implant removals remotely here over 50 plus times. I can't even keep track anymore. And what I'd like to do is scan you, and I use the palm of my hands here. I'm going to scan you and see whatever has been done, and I'm going to think, and even though I said there's no implants, I think there might be at least one that was implanted sometime between the time after you were taken on their ship. And I didn't know you had something happen with the reptilians, but I'd like to do a scanning if I may, and I'm also going to clear the energy around your surroundings. By the time we get done, you're going to feel a whole lot different. I mean, you're amped up already, but even though you're amped up, they always go after people of light. For some reason, I've seen it time and time again on my show, people that are very much tuned into the right things, they've been abducted and implanted by these lower vibrational ETs. So I'd like to gift you, and actually, if you agree to it, I'll be willing to scan you, and we'll make sure that if there are any implants, we'll take them out, and you're going to feel a lot different. Okay, so I want you to close your eyes. What we're going to do now is have you close your eyes and relax. That's breathe in and breathe out of your nostrils. So you're going to breathe in and breathe out of your nostrils. Turn your brain off. The brain is unimportant with this thing. What we're going to do, everybody around the world, is we're going to scan him for implants, and we're also going to take the implants out. Okay. And when you're relaxed, just put the thumbs up that you're relaxed after breathing in and breathing out. So breathe in and out 5 times out of your nostril. And once you're done doing that, just give me a thumbs up that you're relaxed. Keep your mic muted. And once I'm ready to have you respond, well, actually, we'll just do it when I get the implant out, just put your thumbs up. So we're now going to do this thing. Okay, now we're going to scan. When you start feeling the energy around you, around the head area, I'm amping up the energy, a beam of energy into the right and left, going into the brain and into the head area. Once you start feeling it, just put your thumbs up. It's going to be rather quick. You'll start feeling this warm energy coming through. Now I'm starting to release the energy out of my palms. Oh, good. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the implant. When I do find it, let me know. We're starting around the head area, around the neck area. When I get to where the implant is, I'm shooting a lot of energy into the body, and I'm in the upper area right now. When I hit the implant, you'll feel it hitting the implant, the heat energy, and I will stop. I'm pretty close to what I feel is right there. Okay. We're going to take the implant out. I'm neutralizing the implant. I just found his first implant. I'm hoping he doesn't have a lot. I don't think he does. I'm going to take the implant out now. I'm amping up the heat energy. I'm pulling the implant out. I'm breaking it down into 2 pieces. Some of these implants are pretty big. I'm taking it out. I'm pulling it out. He won't feel any pain. I'm going to nudge it a little bit. He'll feel maybe like a little rocking of the implant. I'm pulling it out now. When I have the implant taken out, we're almost there. I'm going to pull this side out here. Almost out. I'm dissolving the implant as I pull it out. On the other end, I'm pulling it out here. I'm going to have him just feel a little bit of a, not a twitch, but a little bit of a tingle when I pull it out now. I'm going to do the last part of it. I'm going to pull at the same time like that. And tell me when it's out. It's almost out now. It's almost out of the body. Almost out. I'm taking every part of it out. Implant's out. Implant will be destroyed now. Implant's destroyed. I'm going to scan you the rest of your body. If there's any other implants that the Zeta put into you, I'm going to take them out and destroy them. I think there's another implant in the center near your stomach, towards the back area of your spine area. I'm going to go down a little bit. I feel I'm almost there. I'm going to shoot heat energy into your stomach and tell me when to stop. Almost there. Almost there. I'm going to neutralize it so it can't move. So wherever it goes, it's going to be stopped so I can get it. I will definitely get the second implant. Right there. Okay. I now neutralize the second implant, everybody. I'm going to take that implant out of his body and destroy it. Give me a moment. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to sever the implant with my heat energy. I'm going to pull it out. And you can feel that I'm pulling it out. I'm taking it out. That's why he is feeling the way he is. I'm pulling it out. I'm taking it out. I'm pulling it out. I'm going to finally pull the rest of it out. Almost out. I'm going to take it out now. I'm going to do tugging on both sides. I'm going to pull it right out. One more. One more. When it's out, let me know. Thumbs up or something. Okay. That second implant is out. I'm going to destroy the implant. And now I'm going to gift him with a gift. So right now, I'm sending beams of light to heal the openings that where the implant used to be. It's all cleared up. I'm now going to send heat energy through the body. And as I go down the body from the head area where the implants were, the other implant, it's clearing all the energy that the Zeta put into the body. I'm clearing all the energy. He's going to be brand new after I get done doing this. What I do is real, folks. I am not from this world. I am human. I do have human experiences. I have a family like everybody else. I have friends, but I'm also from off planet. I'm with the Ashtar Command. My name is CmdrAleon for a reason. Aleon is my space name, and I am from off planet, known as a starseed. Okay, he's now clear. What we're going to do is put we're going to put a suit, called a space suit on you. The space suit, you can open your eyes. The space suit, and I'm going to turn the mic on
in a minute.
That was a really weird. It kind of felt like a Reiki healing, but like a different kind of Reiki healing. I literally felt something twirling and tugging, pulling out on my brain, and then down here in the stomach, man, that was intense, bro. That's some legit stuff right there, man. I feel a lot calmer. Thank you.
Your whole.
So his whole face, when he came on, he looked different. He looks much happier. There's a beaming of energy in him that is really beautiful. It's now clear. His eyes are clear. There's nothing holding him back. There's nothing blocking you. There's no blockage anymore. And I'm going to do one other thing for him as a gift, which I do with everybody. I'm putting a suit upon you, a space suit, an invisible space suit upon you. This will protect you from any negative ETs. This will protect you. Again, my name is Aleon. I'm from the Ashtar Command. In truth, I am here in this human form, but I am from outer space. Okay?
So can you inform me exactly what it is that she wanted from me, and why are they doing this to other human beings? And we should not have any fear of this, because that's perpetuating the fear. But from a loving center, how can we use our power to try to heal these beings?
Let me answer your question.
Hold on.
All right. So I'm not sure we can heal them. I think all we can do is, do the work we're supposed to do here, to educate ourselves, to enlighten ourselves, and to prepare in 12 months for contact with the Ashtar Command, which is the galactic forces of light, the Christed beings of light, that are the overseers of many, many planetary systems. And if we do that much, we have a lot to do here on Earth, just on a planet with 8 million people, nevertheless. The things that they did to their own planets, the reptilians and the Zeta, they did to themselves. They chose those choices they made. They are the ones who have to fix what they did. And now I'm not saying that all of them are liking what they're doing to humans or what they've done in 70 years of our current Earth history, with the sanction of the General Eisenhower, which allowed the reptilians and the Zeta to do the abductions. That's the reason why they were able to do it, because our government sanctioned it, and they allowed it. And if you're around in the 60s, like I was only a kid. I didn't know anything about this. I didn't know anything until I got older, when I became an adult. And that's when I had my waking up and experiences. I saw space people in a space ship in a cul-de-sac when I was a kid in the 60s, and they were wearing light blue outfits, and they were beautiful men and women, and older teenagers, they call teenagers. I don't know how old they would have been, but they told me that you will never forget that you come from off planet, that you're not from here. I never forgot the ship. I never forgot the people. And when I got old enough to know these things like Ashtar, I became fully awakened that I wasn't from here. And now I'm fully activated. My parents on the ship have been activating me ever since my friend April has been going on the ship in Vermont, Friends with Fairies. They activated me with abilities to do different things with the palm of my hands. So that's why I'm able to remotely do what I do. And it blows people's minds, but everything I do is real. I don't fake it. I'm not using a crystal ball. I don't have pendulums. I'm not wearing a turban around my head, saying, let me tell you your future. I'm not that kind of a person. Let me tell you your future, everybody. I will tell you your future. Yes, and I will channel Osgar and then tell you that Osgar tells you tomorrow's going to be a great day for you. And yes, you might make $1 million if you listen to me. You must go to that specific store that I tell you. It's a little shop with a person, an old lady, and she will sell you a lottery ticket that will win you $1 billion. But you must listen to me because my name is Osgar, the understandable. Anyway, I do have a sense of humor.
Hey, I love you, number one. Okay, number two, I'm glad that I could finally meet a community of people that are like-minded like this. And I have one more question for you that I would like to know. I have a lot of other intel, and maybe some other time in the future I can go over that. Um, Particularly a lot of technology stuff. But this third question that I'm very curious about, more than the technology stuff. I mean, even though I really love the technology, I know that's coming. But the third question is, there are people that I've been watching, and some of them I agree with, and some of them I don't. But it's starting to look as if there's going to be some type of beings who are going to be coming here to Earth, and there is a not very much a consensus. Some saying that these are going to be good for us. Some people are saying that they're not going to be good for us. I'm under the feeling that it might be the Greys, the Zetas, and that the U.S. government made a deal with them, like you said, and that deal has now gone south, and the U.S. government might be reneging on their contract because they're finding out that these Zetas is going out of control with kidnapping American citizens and stuff, allegedly for entertainment purposes.
Right.
Using a pre-law degree for that. So, are there beings coming here to planet Earth within the next few, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years? And are they going to make contact? Is that what the government is priming us for? Or is that a hoax from the government to, I don't know, keep us distracted?
Okay. Answer. So the truth is that contact is happening in 2026, not 5 or 10 years from now. The Zeta and the reptilians were here and have been here for over 70 years or more. They're not coming back. They've been already here. What is happening is the reverse. Great question. So what's happening is the Ashtar Command is rounding up the Zeta and reptilians that have been hiding out on the planet, and we're sending them off planet, one-way ticket out. One-way ticket out. That means no coming back, out, not coming back. The reason why they're being sent off the planet, because they caused a lot of problems. Number one, some of the reptilians, the way I understand it, were forced to do what they did by their leaders, and they wanted to leave the planet and go home, and they are going home on a one-way ticket out. So what's happening is the government, the Pentagon, is not preparing us for anything. The Pentagon has been lying to us for 70 years, and their preparation was to keep the lie going for another 70 years. The problem with the lie is that we are going to have contact in 2026, and actually the Ashtar Command, which represents all the beautiful star nations from other planetary systems, and also, I've mentioned before, Jesus Christ, everybody knows Jesus, from the religious 3D world. That is all a lie. All the stuff that's been perpetuated about Jesus on the cross is not true. Jesus is a star being. He's a space person. He came here to Earth, and he came here just like a starseed. He had a human family like a starseed. He was fully activated, and he did things that most human beings couldn't do. And then he went back up in the cloud into a big spaceship. It's as simple as that. You see, the religious people
Simple as that. Simple as that.
As simple as that. And the thing is, that's what's happening. So we don't have them coming back, the Zeta, the reptilians. They were here, they have been here, but they are being forced off the planet because they've caused a lot of problems, and they also worked with our government to do things that were not appropriate to do. The other thing is, I want to gift you, it's going to be in a few minutes, we're going to be getting off here. I want to gift you with something. I want you to close your eyes. Oh, actually, I want you to repeat these words, and I'm not going to say anything. So I'm going to repeat. I'm going to say the words now, and then I'll have you repeat them. So I want you to close your eyes. So what you're going to say is, I am a Christed being of light. And I'll turn your mic on so you can say it.
I am a Christed being of light.
I am free. You can unlock your mic and say it.
I am a Christed being of light. I am free.
I am light. I'm going to say these words, then you can repeat. I am light. I am love, unconditional. And I will never, ever be abducted or manipulated by lower vibrational ETs. Well, it's a long sentence, but I'll just say it this way. I will not be manipulated by Zeta or any other lower vibrational ETs ever again.
I am a being of love and light, and I will never be manipulated by any Zetas or reptilians or any other lower beings ever again, for I am a being of high vibration, and I'll be able to spot it from a mile away.
That's perfect.
That's perfect.
Thank you so much. Matter of fact, I'm going to say I'm going to be able to spot it from 2 AU away.
So there's one other thing I'm going to do. I'm going to put a spacesuit around your body, which I do with everybody who's had an abduction. The spacesuit will radiate a beam of radiant light around your body. You will notice it, you will feel it, and it will protect you forever. So whenever you go anywhere, there'll be no way any negative ETs can come even close to you. They're going to be afraid of you. They won't even go near you. Then they're not going to be here much longer anyway. So you're going to be radiating a light around your body. Other people, when you walk down the street of a city, they might notice or feel an energy from you, but they won't see it. You yourself will have this. So I'm going to do this right now. You can come on. I'm going to bring this to you right now. So I'm going to do here. I'm going to put a suit around you. Close your eyes. Let us begin. Almost complete. Tell me if you feel the suit.
Oh, yeah. I felt it about a minute ago.
Okay, I've completed it. Open your eyes.
Hey, that was awesome. I felt pressure too. I felt energetic pressure. So you're definitely a healer. You're definitely a being of love and light. And I very rarely open myself up to other people, but I feel your love in my heart, and that means a lot to me. And I'm glad you had me on, and I'm glad you asked my questions, answered my questions for me, and thank you for the healing.
Yes, brother.
Shout out to the command, and I'm very excited to be a leader here on planet Earth to help our Type 1 civilization move into an intergalactic home, and where our planet can enter other planets, and we can all work together to move our cosmos forward.
Yeah.
And so I'm very
Absolutely.
happy. I'm very happy to be a part of that.
I also want you to let me see here.
Let me do this.
Also, and this is for everybody. I want everyone to follow my friend Friends with Fairies 1111. She's in Vermont. Her name is April. She's my we went to school together on Off Planet, and she also is the one who's been going on the ships in northern Vermont of the Ashtar ships over 100 times. She has documented photos from her security cameras. She's just very beautiful. I'm going to show people. I'm going to show you my. Let's see here. Before we go, I'm going to show you a picture for people that have not seen it. It's again, understand the vibrational patterns. This is my. Let me see here. This would be my father. Let me move out of the screen here. If you look to the lighter part of the screen, you can see his face and his ears on the side. And my father is human. He's about 7.5 feet, 8 feet tall. His name is Rhubar. You can see it right here. He's coming through a rift in her house. The rift is an opening. That's why there's light around it. And when he comes physically in the room, you'll be able to see his whole face. But you can see part of his human face there.
Yeah, I can definitely see it.
That's my father.
That's amazing.
Yep.
Let me go back here.
That's amazing. So were these the Arcturians? Were these the Arcturians that came down and spoke to you when you were a kid, and they said that you're not from here?
I don't know. I don't know where they were from. All I know is that they were men and women, and they looked just like us, and they're beautiful. They were tall.
Okay, might have been Arcturians or Palladians. I don't know, and I've done a little bit of research on these different beings and stuff, and because I would see these different types of beings in my dreams, and then I wanted to go and do research about them. So it's like it's like a spiritual anthropological journalist journey that I'm on.
Yeah.
And I want to thank you. I want to thank you for being another journalist to come report information to me, and I can give some information to you, and I can get some healing in the process, man. Thank you so much, dude. That's amazing.
You're most welcome. Well, you know what we're gonna do. I want to thank you for being here, even with the echoes and everything. And now you know my show's on at 11 o'clock nightly. Once in a while, I take a break because the space person needs to take a break with all the stuff I do. And then I'm mostly on here for 2 hours from 11 till 1 a.m. It's now 1:30, so I'm really on a little bit longer than normal, but I'm glad we did it. I want to thank you, brother, for being here. We'll be on tomorrow night again at 11 o'clock. Saturday night is our Ashtar Command night at 11 o'clock Saturday, where we talk about all things Ashtar. So, yeah.
And for the record, I have seen every single episode of Ancient Aliens for the first 19 seasons. For the record.
Wow.
Every single episode.
That's amazing. Remember that. He's seen every single episode.
I can't remember every single one now, but I know I've seen every single episode, and up to the 19th season. After the 19th season, I just been too busy.
Yeah. All right.
Well, we're gonna thank you for being here. Everybody, Cosmic Culture.
And
give me the first name again.
Cosmic Culture, but if you want my first name, it's Jason.
Jason
of Cosmic Culture.
Yep.
And he is
or Soulfire. I go by many names, but my government name, the government.
I like your Cosmic Culture.
Thanks. All right, Commander. Namaste.
All right. We'll take him down here. I'll get you back on Earth. Let me see here. There we go. All right, folks. I think it's time for me to say good night. Another great show. This show will be on my Ashtar Command Spaceship News channel. Ashtar Command Spaceship News will be on my YouTube channel. I'll be downloading this show. I'm going to make sure I have all the other 2 shows on there in chronological order. This show will be posted on tomorrow at some point on my YouTube channel, Astronaut Command Spaceship News. If you missed any of our shows, go to the channel and you can watch them. All right? Okay, everybody have a good night. I think it's time for me to really get some sleep and go off planet. So I love you all. Please do some last minute gifting here before I go off planet. Any kind of gifting you would like to do, you can do it. So your support for all the work we do here. If you have TikTok coins, use them. That's what they're for. Oh, I got a couple thousand TikTok coins. Encounters. Okay, I can do some gifting. So if anyone wants to start, we're going to do gifting wars now. We're going to see who can do the most gifting that has TikTok coins. So and when I say 1, 2, 3, we'll see what happens. 1, 2, 3. This is going to be fun. You can choose any kind of TikTok gift you want. Don't be shy. Sandra, thank you. You started off the gifting wars. Kit Kat, thank you. You're part of the gifting wars. Let's see what else is going to happen here. Natalie, thank you for the heart puffs. Oh, Natalie's going at it. I think she's going to beat everybody out there. Pink Justice, thank you. Enlightened, thank you. Blessed Mom. Oh boy, who's going to be the winner here? This is the part of the show I like at the end. Sebastian, thank you for your first gift. Thank you, Sebastian. Mike Masters, thank you for the roses. Oh man, you know what? I don't think anybody can do galaxies because I don't think anybody has enough TikTok coins to do a galaxy. Blessed Mom, welcome. Thank you. Thank you for the gifts, the roses. We got the whatever it is. Hey, whatever that is. November. Good. It is November. Thank you for the Thank you for the ice cream. Good. Heart me. Thank you. And I know. Thank you, Slay Ubaza. Thank you. Sounds like you're in outer space. Yes, I feel like it. I don't think anybody has any whales out there that they can do because some of those TikTok things are a lot of coins. I'd love to see a whale or possibly tonight. I haven't seen a whale for a long time. Actually, a galaxy would be kind of cool if someone has enough Earth-based TikTok coins. A galaxy. They have also the thing with the things over the ocean that are floating around at the bottom of the ocean. Was it the coral reefs and all that stuff? So we're now watching. We're doing TikTok gifting wars here. So far, there's been a lot of really creative gifts. You can choose any TikTok gift you wish to support the program. So before we go, we're going to have let people just go at it. Let's see who's going to, for the fun of it, do some stuff here. Any galaxies or any whales going through the ocean. I like that one. The whale just flies through the screen. I don't think anybody has enough coins to do that. That's my challenge. My challenge out there is who can do a galaxy? Anybody? Let me see. Well, I can't see the gifts now. Well, I could. We've actually gotten to 7 of 20 live ones. So we had 20 things for the live. We have 7 of them. The one that's blue that says I'm live. So we need to get that asked there. Am I asking for money? I'm asking for TikTok gifts, which is part of the whole beautiful experience solo of TikTok, is that you're able to do that. And it does help with all the things I do. Galaxies are $14.99. I have no idea. But that's what, if you're kind of new to TikTok, unlike Facebook, TikTok, you're able to do these things. For me, I think, there's value to what I do, so I will mention. And again, it's totally free will. If people do gifting, that's up to them. More importantly is to watch the show, but gifting absolutely is a crucial part. Sandra, thank you. That is cool. Now that is a cool one. I like that. If you do send money unconditionally, you can do it to my main page. If you go to my main page, I have a link to Venmo. You can use Venmo. I use Venmo. It's my Cash App. So if anybody wants to just do that instead of TikTok, instead of the TikTok coins or whatever, just go to my Venmo on my main page right now, and you can actually do my Cash App is Venmo, and you can do anything you want in terms of whatever you want to donate. That's my Venmo app. I haven't mentioned it much, but I do have a Cash App here on TikTok. Well, it's time for me to go before I lose my voice. Hey, Lo, good to see you. Yeah, so you can do that if you wish to. That'd be much appreciated. And that's for anybody else. I do have a Cash App. All right, everybody, I love you all. I got to get some rest and go off planet, and I'll catch you tomorrow night at 11 o'clock. Take care, everybody. Be well, be good, and remember, contact is coming soon.